What's going on, chat? What's going on, community? How are you guys today for Friday? I know I'm ready for another interesting trading session. We held the NASDAQ, and you guys, you GME, AMC guys, you crazy apes, you actually held the 120 on GME. I can tell you, I was surprised. But good news is, I had a little sneak peek. Before the stream. Not too much, but I did see some green on those two coming into the open. Of course, Bitcoin traders out there, how will this $6 billion of Bitcoin options expiring affect the market? A question that is actually kind of difficult to figure out. Obviously, volatile generally leads to bullish movements after this event, though, So we'll be going through all of this and more throughout today's session. We'll probably start with a little bit of news. Then we'll go into our normal analysis in the markets. And don't worry, I am not muted. Not muted, says Thomas. What the hell is going on exactly? How's the sentiment? The sentiment is not that great for the tech. Not that great. Did you see Congress are grilling Facebook and all of those guys again? As I expect over the next decade, I really do feel that that's going to be a constant narrative now, but hopefully we can get over it for today's sentiment. Let's have a look here. GameStop, of course, surged 53% yesterday, fueled by the buy-sell ratio being so big. And this has led to that big rise, people feeling, okay, it's time to have a go with it. We obviously have another good question that's coming up and I think is going to be relevant moving forward. And that is, will individual investors like yourselves, like me, like everybody out there, will we stick around after this whole stock trading surge? So I want to ask the community this. Are you planning on trading for the next couple of years? Are you super keen to get in? Are you super keen to trade, invest for the coming future? Do you think you'll ever go back to not investing and trading? Let me know right now on what your thoughts are for that. Phil C says, Tom's so happy he's going to go buy some wheat. I wouldn't go that far. I tell you what, I'd be interested in some wheat contracts, some wheat options, but only if we can get the NASDAQ above 13,300. Only if we get that high. That is very important. Check out this, daily net purchases by retail investors. Look at that incline. So for anyone that we're almost like a more rare breed in 19. I can tell you 19 was up. So if 19 was up, before that was relatively dead compared to where it is now. Check out the increase in retail trade investment since the pandemic. Absolutely phenomenal numbers here. Very steady as well in terms of the increase in the movements. Karamarga says, I'm staying in. Darth Sidious says, for life. In it for the long haul, says David Riley. For sure, Christopher says. Lifetime trader, trading all the way. Tornadoes, bro. Brad says. I know those nasty tornadoes. You can't be trading those wheat futures, guys. The tornadoes will get you. Let's quickly go down here as well. Net purchases of US equities by retail investors. 10-day rolling sum in millions. Very interesting chart. It's actually pretty cool. So check this out. You've got the exchange-traded funds going hard last year. Makes sense. Maybe retail investors, maybe we're smart. We're really smart because ETFs actually were one of the best investments down here. You couldn't necessarily pick which particular stock was going to be good. It's a relevant thing, but look at how the maturity of the retail investor has changed. It went from this. Now, this is bad. Don't get me wrong. This is a full-on trap. That's Trap Fest. Trap Fest by Wall Street, the first Trap Fest. When FANG investment went so insane, and everyone was going into that. Of course, that led to being pretty much the end of that rally. But very interesting investment. The exchange-traded funds were correct. Now we've seen that rise of Wall Street bets. And of course, we're more around here right now in interest from that level. But exchange-traded funds becoming more popular recently again. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not sure why that's coming back in. But yeah, very interesting chart. I was looking at this one. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I can get behind that. Chinese electric car startup Nio shuts factory for 5 days due to global chip shortage. Not the best bit of news for Nio fans. Suez Canal, of course, blockage is still delaying an estimated 400 million an hour in goods. Will that have a massive effect on the market? People are going, oh, look, most of the people, market's forward thinking. They know it's a blip. Yes, it affects it, but not a huge amount. Let's see how long it continues to go for. $400 million an hour, though. Pretty impressive stuff there. Let's get into this TA. Nice bear trap yesterday, JJW says. JJ, I want to see this NASDAQ holding. I mean, at the time of this literal video, and actually, let me resize this. This must tilt you guys so bad. Let me just resize this. 1 second. I don't know why that was like that. Do you prefer, guys, having the draw here, just before we get started, do you prefer me having the tools up so you can see what I'm selecting or not? Tools, yes or no? Let me know. So the tools or none? Yes or no? All right, let's look at this dollar index. Break looks like it's going to have a very strong day in it still. It's actually reversed the Asian session. So here's the Asian session. You guys want the tools? You want to see the tools? Okay. The tools can come up. There we go. We're adjusting for the tools. Tools up? Okay, you all want the tools. Or only one wants no. All right. You know what's going on. No, yes, tools. All right, we'll just leave it there. It's fine. I got rid of the right-hand side, so you don't have to look at those colors anymore. All right, here we are, 92.81 for the dollar index. This is the chart. Now, I expect this to go towards 93. I think we all expect that as a community right now. Then 94 is possible, and we can move on with the next zone. But I feel like, 93 is probably going to still act as some form of resistance. If that occurs, it might cause, maybe we even coil here for a little bit. That might cause the NAS to do a bit better. Dollar index will be one to watch. I'm going to go down to the smaller time frame. So 4 hour, it's not tracking. It's tracked a 2 hour 20 moving average. Let's see what else it's been tracking here. 1 hour 20 was pretty consistent on the way up here. A few little buys off it and then slight weakness. So probably watching around that 2 hour, 1 hour 20 moving average and just trying to dial in if you think it's going to reverse. It will be interesting to watch the dollar index. We have to pay attention to that today because this thing sucks. And in terms of if it continues to go up, it will put pressure on the markets. Let's have a look at this NAS. So a little bit disappointing in the futures, guys. If you didn't know already, you haven't loaded these charts, 12,900 was achieved. Okay, it was achieved. A new high was achieved during the futures session. And now we're trading back down here at 12,789. Now, the problem with this is we've put instantaneous pressure on our level, 12,772. Yesterday, bounced through. Let's have a look at the daily just to see that close there on the futures. There it is. Nasty looking open, but everything can change, as we know. Everything can change very, very fast here. So we want to have a daily close. Your aim today, get above this level, 12,900 plus on the close. Then we can say for next week, it's looking good. It's looking bullish, and we're back in control from the bull side. For the bears, what you guys are looking for is, of course, closure underneath anything really through this zone, but ideally below this last week, especially these ones here. And once you get that, well, you're firmly in control. Don't you worry about that 12,200, 12,300 level. I'm sure many people in hyper stonks, they would not be happy with this zone. But the NASDAQ, yeah, look, it pinned yesterday. Strong rejection. Some people calling it a bear trap. Could be whatever. We're not sure yet. We have to see another close because it just wasn't definitive enough. Yes, it rejected, but it's not like it's still at the critical zone into this Friday. Very important stuff that we must pay a lot of attention to. Fled slowing bond buying, Sam says. Yep. And they're also, but they opened up against that, of course, with that stuff about the banks. They've allowed them to do their things. Darcidia says, love the GME haters' tears telling Tom to not cover it anymore. Oh, poor Darth. Poor Darth. I thought you were out of that again there. You were getting back in tomorrow, were you? Or yesterday. There will probably be another shakeout and dip before the final rocket ride up. Well, we've got to remember, we've got to put this in perspective. What is one of the strongest months of the year for us to trade as traders and investors. April, historically. Now, there's only been, here's the bad news. I was doing some research for you guys, and I'll put it out in the weekend. And basically, I was looking at Aprils throughout time. Guess when a bad April happened? The year after the GFC. It was the only really bad April. I hated to see that. I was like, no, the bad April is here after the GFC. But anyway, that's where we are. All right, let's go over to the crypto market. Basically, NASDAQ, 13,000, 12,800. In between those zones, important levels. Let's see how it plays out into this day, because this chart is everything to the markets right now and everything to this sentiment. We'll continue to watch it. VIX, the volatility index, 19.7 here. Look at it, sitting under that 20 like a boss. But BTC, guys, BTC. Man, are we the readers of the market, guys? I think we are. We are the readers of the market over the last 24 hours. The community was correct. We got many things correct yesterday. Firstly, we watched live as this atrocity of candles came through with a day trade scalp. Now, it didn't quite hit the 50,000, but of course, it's a scalp day trade. You need to be wary of that. Then we get the close above the 52.2. If you're watching the video today, we talked about this. Where's our next level? 54. What did we just achieve? 54. What are we going into? Volatility due to the 6 to 7 billion or whatever it is expiration contract. So expect volatility. Key zones are already here on the chart, actually. I believe a break of this resistance is going to trigger some serious movements. Remember, in trading and investing, the importance of swing or the importance of day trading or scalping or whatever you're doing is understanding that when a level is broken, there is a participation phase. And that's what the Wolf of Wall Street, he used to get in on that. He actually used that as his trading technique. He was taking 2/3 of the movement. That's what most traders do. They wait for the confirmation and they go, yes, I'm ready now to take the participation phase. They're not trying to buy the biggest dip in the world. They're saying, we've got the confirmation, let's move to the next level. So here we go, 54,000. This is going to be some level of resistance, as we know. Then it could bounce back down to 52.2. It could also, this could be where we find buying pressure. And if we break through the 54, I'm actually thinking that Bitcoin will go towards 57. So Bitcoin will continue up. Either way, generally after these big options expirations, some in the weeks after that, they've generally been bullish. And March has played out almost identically to what we expected in Bitcoin. A lackluster month. Let's go back into history of the start of March. So actually the start of March, I'm going to be a little bit wrong. It is up, which is unusual, but it has been all over the place. Coming into the back, it sold off a little bit earlier. But yeah, March usually is sideways to a dip. And I think what happened this year is that whole secular thing happened a little bit earlier. So we'll continue to watch this story, but check out these levels, 54,000, 52.2, and 57. All key zones that I'll be having on my charts over this day and into the weekend, because we should always be watching these ones. Another time frame that's always worthwhile watching, look how much this cleans the charts up. We like 8 hour, we like 4 hour, we like daily here. We don't mind the 1 hour and the weeklies, but 8 hour actually is quite clean on Bitcoin. So I was looking at the 8 hour charts. It's actually very, very clean for your closure levels. So potentially, if you're looking, exact same level is found here. The actual support was even more beautiful than my wicking 52, but I still think 52 was a great level. So yeah, 8 hour, worthwhile having on. If you haven't played with the 8 hour as well and you want to find out more, check the link in the description below. TradingView, click that one to go there. Don't just type it in the Googles. You don't support the channel if you do that, remember. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, says Rocktopus. That's right, Rocktopus. Very good. First language is sign language, Sarah says. I'm not sure what we're talking about on that one. ADA. Oh, we'll look at ADA. That's fine. Tom, do you own any Bitcoin or just watch the price action? Yeah, I own Bitcoin and Ethereum mostly. I own DOT. And well, I did have a little bit of XRP, but I got rid of that recently, like a little while ago. Got some ADA as well. LTC, I've traded several times. I don't like it, but I don't own weird obscure coins. KSM is the only other one. So some I have, not a monstrous amount. It's not the hugest part of my kind of stuff, but yeah. Let's get this cheese, says Triple T rocks. Absolutely. Great April after horrible March like 2020. That's right, Pectus. But actually, the statistics are usually very, very good towards April. GFC, Brian. Yeah, GFC. All right. Not JFC, G. George. Good morning, the G. Hi, Tom. Can you look at Win USD, please? I will go through a few different cryptos. I'm not sure if we'll look at that one exactly. So here we've got the supports, the resistances. Bitcoin is definitely trapped up. US 10-year treasuries. What are we looking for here? Well, the double bottom has occurred. We had the double top. We moved down to the 1.6. We were correct. Yesterday, we kind of thought this might happen where it would get a close above. It's happened now, and it's putting pressure right on the level where I expect some resistance to be found. And I think this is partially why you're seeing the US 100 finding some weakness in the session, plus that Congress stuff. It's just all impacting it across the board. Yeah, it's all impacting it across the board. Let's have a look at ADA, because a few of you guys are hyped, and I see why. That closure, whoo, it's coming, it's coming. This is the zone. Let's check out all the time frames just to really break down how good all this stuff is looking. Yes, it looks really, really nice. Let's go back down to the 2 hour. We haven't quite got the 2 hour break. I would like to see that. So there's a couple of scenarios to play out here for ADA. Well, firstly, nice breakout. Nice breakout there. 10.2% up. Great structure. Multiple resistance points. It is exactly the level that we thought it would. We thought it would struggle with, that 116, kind of 50-ish. We've had that for a while, haven't we, as a community? Now we've closed, or we're about to close out above. We have two choices. One, it could come back down, find level of support from a technical point, and then rocket ship up. I've actually talked about this. I don't believe there is that much resistance in the way of ADA. Do you guys think there's much resistance in the way of ADA? I don't feel like there is. There's a little bit at this 133.80 rando zone. This is a rando zone. I don't know why it stops around here. I wouldn't get greedy and go to the pip. If you're a greedy scalper, you get smashed. So we don't want to be greedy scalper. Day traders and other people will be looking for that 147 again. And I feel like once we get up here, yes, it might find some resistance, but it could also smash it. Be careful of market capitalization size when you're thinking about levels. Now, I know this is a thing in the crypto community, and I want to stop this right now. The problem with crypto community is that not everyone thinks about market capitalization size. If we're trading at $1.47, how big is ADA as a market cap? It's like, what, 45, 46 billion, something like that. Ideally, it's not really possible for it to go to 200 billion straight away. So to call after it goes past 147, $5 ADA or $10 ADA, it's ludicrous. Ludicrous. You cannot call those type of market capitalization sizes. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no? It's okay if you disagree. But do you think ADA is going to, just because it goes past 147, let's say that happened, where do you think it would go to? And I'm sure someone's going to say $10. No resistance now. Coinbase users buy while they're in the toilet, says Rob Schwartz. Is that true? They just hit it everywhere. Hit the like, good people, says Tahil. Appreciate that. This day trader, top left next to the ticker, you go to the drop down boxes. I'm sure you're helping out someone in the community. I appreciate that one. What's the difference between US dollar and US dollar tether? Well, it's a good question. US dollar tether is supposedly backed by US dollar something. In the crypto world, most people use US dollar tether, but it's 1-to-1 with the US. I personally would rather have fiat whenever I'm possible when I'm holding US, but yeah, it's the trading tool usually. Binance, etc. use that. ADA equals nonsense crypto, Darth. I'm not sure I agree with you on that one, Darth, but that's all right. You're right. Theta Y, 150, 150. 150, I don't think it stops at 150. 147, the fact that it stopped here twice usually will point to a way higher level. So 150 ain't going to stop it. It's going to blast. It's going to just psh. That's moon rocketing through 150 if it gets through 147 and closes. I don't care if it closes at 149 because it's already found two resistances there. It's most likely going to bash that level. Looking good. I use market cap to find how high some cryptos can go. Daniel, you're very smart. Good work. I was thinking about application. Where can I find this API? Hey, Tom, Tesla, please, says Dutchy. No worries. We'll do Tesla. It's okay, guys. Nice structure here on ADA. Very, very cool. All right, let's go over to DOT. DOT is also structuring up a little bit, not as strong as ADA. I mean, ADA is on Coinbase. What can we expect? When you've got everyone purchasing it, it's pretty important. So little 20 moving average being reached here, but it's a level indeedy. And we go down to the 1 hour and there is a steep incline, steepness of super steepity. So here is the level and you can see that the structure is forming. Now, you do not want this to fail here. If Bitcoin suffers anymore, let's say Bitcoin goes, I mean, right now it's 53,152. Has that gone down since we talked? Yeah, a little bit. But if it starts suffering here and breaks through this trend line, unfortunately, we go back down to the 29s for DOT, etc., etc., etc. But if it can close above that 20 moving average that we saw, maybe on a 2 hour or what's the 4 hour? Where's the 4 hour one? Oh, probably a 2 hour is good. This structure actually is looking bullish. So I saw this in the room. Someone posted this, I think it was, or Cardano, can't remember which one. And they said, oh, bullish on DOT. I see why. All these wicks getting taken out and closed above. Let's have a look at the 8 hour. Okay, 8 hours also closed above. Very nice. All these wicks, all the little nasty stop losses here that are trying to push it down, they're all getting taken out. It means the momentum is back in the coin. Where is the take profit? Where is the day trader going to be at? They are going to be sitting somewhere around 32, but specifically $34. That $34 is a line in the sand that is going to be very, very hard for anyone to push through. Look at this. Beautiful support across the board. Beautiful 32 zone as well. Very strong on both. It's why it pays to go through those time frames. Again, the 8 hour is pretty damn significant in the cryptocurrency pair. Miles, Australian $5. Thanks for getting it started, Miles. I appreciate that on a Friday. Do you ever use the Ichimoku Cloud? Not very often, no. Appreciate all the effort and the time you put into these videos and streams. This is the best content on YouTube. Thank you very much, Miles. I appreciate your kind words. Look, I don't use the Ichimoku Cloud that much. There's actually a pretty good guy in Australia that's very technical on Ichimoku Cloud. It does work. It's just that it's very, how can I say it? Overcomplicates things. It overcomplicates things and you become very reliant on it as a bit of an indicator. And I like to understand human psychology, and that's what I see these levels at. The Ichimoku Cloud can be used. It's okay if you want to check it out, but I'm not a fan of it. We don't include it in our course for a reason because I think it overcomplicates things. When everything dies down, the market's not so crazy and stuff like that, we'll move into doing some deep dives into some of these technical analysis indicators though. So make sure you subscribe, and I'll have all of those coming through the year as we live stream, as we pump out more content. There's plenty of plans. We've got Rocktopus 306 joining the Stonk Squad. Salute to you, Rocktopus. Welcome to the community. Thank you so much. And you know that gives you an extra +5 bonus points for today's trading efforts in the market. I hope that does work. Great jobs numbers yesterday, JJW said. Okay, that's, yeah, well, any good numbers are good numbers. But to answer the question there, Miles, I would stick to price action, stick to the moving averages. We've got the 20 exponential, the 50 exponential, the 200 simple, RSI, stochastic, MACD, volume, okay? They're all really solid. If you want to bring in Bollinger, you can do so as well. I think oil might go up. Yeah, fair enough. So, DOT here, looking okay. XRP, okay. XRP bounced again, double wick rejection, and it's bouncing up. Look. The news is getting better for XRP, and we know that the explosion could be imminent. I've talked about the 65 a few times. It hit the 60, 65, and 75 are the only levels you need to watch. And once you get through 75, this thing is going, I've got a long-term alert there. That thing is going just under $1. And I mean just under $1. It'll be like 98.50 or 99, and it will just go psh, and everyone will sell it. But yeah, look. XRP is looking better. The chart's looking stronger. We set an alert as a community above 50 cents just so that we knew when it was moving out, because you find these critical zones, and it's actually been tradable since then. But guess what? You could have been stuck in it during Chop City Fest, and you don't want to be in the Chop City Fest. It's a waste of your time. Welcome to the 1,151 viewers today. Thanks so much for joining us. I do appreciate that. Rasta Hall, US $5. I was looking to hop into ENPH. Oh yeah, I know that stock. With talks of a $3 trillion infrastructure bill here in the States. Yeah, I've had a look at that news as well. I see potential for green energy. Certainly is. However, the question is it already overpriced for it? We'll have a look at that in just a few moments. XRP, check it out. Blood Lover loves it a lot. Yeah, you are certainly correct. Yeah, XRP breaking through. Next target for this is 60 cents, then 65, 75, and just under $1. LTC, as we mentioned with the community, nah, just this. This is what I'm doing to this today and in the future. No. That's what we're doing to LTC. We learned the other day right here that we are not interested in this right now. I'm sorry if you're an LTC fan. It is horrible to trade right now. And this was the teller for me. And it's the same teller I got out of gold. When a nice technical doesn't do the business, and I'm not saying this is a losing technical trade, but it is a break even, and it is a horror how it traded. It pulled down to a resistance, support line with a trend line. Look at the trend line. It's legit. That's a legit trend line. And then it does this. No, I can't stand it. I hate that stuff, so we get rid of it from the charts. In fact, LTC, it's gone. I took it away. I'm going to replace it with that unicorn. The unicorn is going to come back in. But yeah, look, the main thing I'm going on there is it's the same thing as we saw on gold. I want to show you this on gold. Resistance, support, chop city, because it didn't hold a beautiful technical area. And when that happens, I swear many people and most traders that have been around for a while, they go, that is not the cool technical that I expect. That is a 1, 2, 3 setup. It gave me the exit. I got out of there, but I'm not going back in until I see something happen again because it's lost the confidence for me. That setup is a glorious setup. It's the 1, 2, 3 go. You know, I use that all the time on the channel. So yeah, that's what we do. We slap it away and we come back in the future. Now, gold does look like it's shorting right now in terms of that is a relatively good level of support that could break through, but the bull side was completely busted when all of that stuff played out. Actually, gold worthwhile watching at 17.20, but yeah, very, very tough. To buy, very tough. Rasta Hall, ENPH, let's do that for you now. I was getting all ranty about that LTC. NASDAQ, okay, let's load up the 1 week. Let's load up that 1 week. Well, at least it's come down a bit. This stock was overpriced. So, little known fact, I have these on my roof. I have the N phase. I had them years ago. I got them back in 2019. I should have bought the stock. I liked them back then. When did I buy them? About here. Damn, $11. Yeah, look, the thing's pretty good. It's not too bad. I do think that there is a lot of potential here. I really start to question whether the price is already packed in hard. So the market capitalization is $19.23 billion. Are they ahead comparatively? Like, I would be doing fundamental studies on these to hold them long. I haven't personally looked at the stock. I just knew it was hyperextended. It's come back underneath the weekly. Let's have a look at the monthly 20. See, it's the monthly 20 is still not there. Oh, it's tough. I'll break down the technicals for you as they sit now. Okay. Go 8 hours. Ugh. This is what happened yesterday. So many gap belows, beautiful support levels, which makes you get scared. And now we're really having to do the work to get back up here. US 100 as well, getting slaughtered right now. 12,737, down 0.54%. We'll be looking at that in just a few moments. So that is back under the support due to probably the Congress stuff. Look, yeah, I mean, I follow probably the NAS a little bit on this one. If you like it and you like it a lot, really you need to get through probably this downward sloping trend line that's coming through here on the 8 hour, 4 hours. You want to see like a new high. I'd probably want to have it above 165 because I want further movement in the right direction there, Rasta. Day Trader has super chatted $2. Do you think a reversal on HYLN on the 4-hour chart? HYLN. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Daily. Whoa. Well, that's a horror. Do I think reversal? Okay, so that was as high as 58. That is a pure pump dump. How big is this? 2 billion. So it's actually a very significant pump dump. I assume it's a SPAC of some kind based on its $10 starting. Look, if it's going to do it, yeah, it's going to try doing it around the $10, $11 market, isn't it? Because you had that $10 initial price. Here is where it is right now. 16 is certainly possible for resistance. Do you like it? It's completely if you like that company or like what it is. TA wise, it is close to where the mega support should be, which is 10. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. I mean, that just shows you why pump and dumps, you need to have a plan for the pump and dump because it's a very, very large move. Let's go up here just quickly and see what people say. Where's Eth? Oh, Eth will come on. Don't worry. Eth will come on. We'll do it in just a second. Let's see if anyone else dislikes LT. So he said, hold LTC for future, said Rob Schwartz. No, I that thing's off my chart. LTC is the crypto version of Sundial for Tom. It's probably true. LTC. LTC should be $300 by now if it was strong. It really should. LTC no bueno. Got it. LTC is Tom's new Doji attack. That's true. Hi, Tom. Opinions on Chainlink. Now that is a better coin than the old LTC. Be careful when you set a buy limit for GME. If I hold it's sold, hit me with GFV and then never receive the payment. Huh. That's strange. How'd that happen? Hi, Tom. Chainlink. Tom officially now doesn't like LTC. XRP is mooning. Yeah, it's up 9%. It's good to have. All right, let's go through here. Kirk Greenway, US $9.99. When a stock appears on both the ASX, serve as a precursor in the OTC. Okay, well, I'm not too sure what you're talking about here. ENF. Okay. When a stock appears on both, does the ASX serve as a precursor to the OTC? I'm not too sure what you mean. So this stock, ENF, this isn't on the ASX though. Not sure, Kurt. Can you message me, because you have donated a lot there at US$9.99. Please message me privately in Discord and I will try to answer your question. Sorry, bro. I will get some more clarity on that after the stream. Just message me in Discord and I'll answer that as best I can. Mark. Wow, Mark donating a huge amount today. Mark Charabonnier. I probably mispronounced it. US $20. Massive shout out to you. Give him a clap, guys. Give him a clap. That is a massive donation there. US $20. Tom, trading / investing for 30 years. Learning / confirming from your channel. Great stuff. TA on BLDR, PWR, and OMF. Woo! All right, we'll do all of that soon, Mark. Thank you for your donation. I will go through them all. But first, I have to continue with my little bit of roundup here because things are happening in the markets. Ethereum, a few people said, what about this one? What are your thoughts on Old ETH? So Old ETH is kind of, it's a bit struggle town, isn't it? So here it is, 1614. Look, is it bad? Is it good? It's all right. It's all right. It's not really doing anything that makes me excited. You've got some problems here around the 1662, 1650 area from a resistance standpoint. Then you've got more problems at 1720. It's trading pretty much in line with BTC. Top to bottom, a little bit worse. So what I like to do is take this to here, and you'll notice it's 20% down, and BTC at the low there, and BTC at the same point, top to low, was about 18.5%. So I'm guessing, look, BTC looks like it's a better investment, but that's because alt season hasn't really come for Ethereum. The gas price, the general sentiment in these other coins potentially taking over from it are important. BTC, just for new viewers coming in, we're watching the 52,200 zone on the markets as it pulls back from the 54 resistance, which we correctly analyzed together yesterday. Quick checkout of the US 100 because I see it's coming under pressure. 12,750. Guys, I want to know what the community thinks. Where are we going to open up on the NAS? Is it going to be 12,800? Is it going to be 12,400? 12,750? Where do you think we're going to open? Let me know. SPACs are such seedy nonsense, says Shire. Yeah, the SPACs can be dangerous. You've got to be very careful. There's the claps coming out. Thanks, guys, for supporting us. Mark, let's have a look at yours. BLDR, Builders First. Now, if you don't have the Discord community, by the way, this is going back just quickly for Kurt. Kurt, please just Dave, can you send it to him? Send him the invite for the community and he can come in and ask me. I do want to answer his question. BLDR, what am I thinking about this? Now, this is a 30 years investment. That's a lot to ask about TA for 30 years. Okay. Let's have a look at the daily. I mean, it's found the support pressure. Nice closure. Big trend line. Very nice trend line. Very nice trend line. Beautiful. Yep. And everything's looking good. You got this little 20 moving average you'd like to move a bunch because the daily is the most important chart you're looking at really with these things. Look, you get through here today. What is this price? 44.36. It's not too much to ask of it. If you can close through there, you're breaking out the last kind of rejection wick and yesterday's. It really just shows momentum back to 47. Things look good here. Keep the trend line on your chart. I mean, if anything you're going to get out today, look at that thing. Does that even go through here? Damn. That thing goes through everything. Oh, it's a god. It's a god line. Look at the god line. That is phenomenal. Huh. Cool. I like that. Why wasn't I here? And here and here and here. Very good god line there. Nice. Okay, PWR. We'll check this one out. Quanta Services. Very similar. Engineering, construction, came down to a 50 on the daily, found support. This is almost an identical style of chart. Look, wicks are important. This is great support at the $80 psychological. So psychs are always important here. If it breaks past $89, because it stopped $1 before, if you're aiming for like a trade, I would probably trade like my opinion, obviously my opinion, and just for educational purposes, something like that. Get a little bit sneaky with it. And the reason why is because see how it stopped just before the $90 and then bounced off. So if your aim is to, let's say, take it through the highs and more to the bull side, it's probably based on this history. Let me have a look here. Oh, they're sneaky on this one. 79.83. Oh, we've identified it. We've got them. We know what they're doing. Sneaky traders. Okay, so yeah, this thing will stop just before the round number every time. Look at that. That is so sneaky. And what you're probably going to see is a huge amount of volume sitting around 100. So you want to go a little bit underneath. But yeah, support found. Nice bullish pressure there. Again, a great one. OMF, let's have a look at that. OMF, One Main Holdings. It's like the same chart. It's insanely similar to the others, except this time we've got kind of like a triple resistance peak. I'm going to have a look at a weekly. Wow, that'd be cool. So a nice amount of consolidation all the way since January. Still looks pretty damn strong. Didn't make a new high last time, so we'll be wanting a new high this time. Engulf, closed through above this pair. Look, things are looking bullish on this one as well. There's not much bearishness. Support found, acting technically. Trying to bust through a 57.40. Weekly, look, it looks great. If it closes even flat today, all you're looking for next week is just a little bit of a movement above. Top tip, take this percentage of whatever that size is, break it down to a percentage, put like 10% above, and then that's the type of area that you're wanting for that momentum conversion. Again, look, this one didn't quite get to 60, so 60 will be some resistance. Probably comes back down there, hits something like this level, and then hopefully bounces through. Trends intact, everything looks good. Thank you, Mark, for the donation. I need to have a quick look here. Well, actually, I need to look at Nio because I just saw before. I want to have a look what the pre-market's... Oh, don't look. Yeah, I mean, this is this news here. Chinese electric car startup Nio shuts factory for 5 days due to global chip shortage. And with the bad sentiment already in play, right down here, right into the supports, it looks like it might even go. If the NAS continues to sell off here and Tesla moves down, it could even go to $33. So it's unfortunate, but yes, I think Nio, it's starting to not look great. It's starting to not look great. It must find support pressure here. It has to do it. So important it finds it here. Sam says, yeah, Nio dropped from 5-day plant, closed, temporary dip. And it could be temporary dip, that's for sure. But yeah, the technicals are right into the low. What are the odds of another sell-off? Right now, because of what Congress is doing relatively... I mean, you're coin flipping today. We're at support on the NAS. I'd be lying if I said I had a direction here. I'm so neutral on it overall at this level. It's so neutral. I would be coin flipping between bulls and bears. My heart's saying up because we've had that bullish movement. We're going into April. But again, the price action is going to give us the direction. And that's what we do on this channel. Get rid of the heart. The heart doesn't matter. It's more about what is going on here. What is going on here? Verified news, US $5 have calls on USTEC. Want to sell on open. Got them yesterday right at the bottom, up 100%. Well, firstly, congratulations. 100% up in one day. That is pretty damn good. USTEC. This is US Tech 100 CFD. So it's just the NAS. What is this? No, it goes... Let me have a look here. Yeah, so it's just the NAS. Okay. I assume that's what it is. Hopefully it is. If it is, then yeah. I mean, if you're going to sell on the open, looks like it's going to open about 12,740. So I'm not sure if you'll still be up 100% here because you'll probably need a 12.8 plus. Probably need around this zone here. Levels for today, as we said, look, it's a line in the sand around the same lows as yesterday. Really, what we're doing is we'll go back over to our US 100 analysis. Here it is. So we want that 12.7. We know 12.750, which is right here, is most important. So there it is. And the 12.8 is important, and the 13,000 is resistance. So really, in this zone is where I expect us to open. That zone will be the point. Right at the bottom, up 100%. Well, good luck. I hope it does come through. Andrew says, love the show. Thank you so much. Hello, Tom. Hello, everyone from Puerto Rico. Jorge, thank you very much for coming from Puerto Rico. I've never been there, but sounds good. Sounds good. Let me have a look. What did everyone say about this NAS open? Let me go up here. 12,200, Fred says. Crash day. Fred, 11,000, Thomas Donegan says. Oh, God. Today, you want 11,000. 12,730, 12,770. How can it open at 11,000, Thomas? That would be nuts. Hey, FX, I'm back. RuneScape OG 420 says. Good to have you here. Rob Schwartz says, we need ETH 2.0 yesterday. We need ETH 2.0 like 5 months ago. That's right. We need it really bad. Looks like a lot of people saying Chop City. NQ is the Chop City. GME to 420 by 420. It's Friday. We're going to hit high today. I like that one. I like that one. Donation coming in here. Can we do Mana? Can we do ADA? We've done ADA analysis quite a lot. ADA is looking hot though. Looking real. Oh, it's pumping. Look at it pump. Yeah, it broke through our level that we've drawn on this thing for some time. That is the 116.80. Look at it go. Where do we expect it to find some form of selling pressure? Well, we expect it to find selling pressure here. And then the second level is going to be 147. Why this level, you may ask? Because of those resistances. All right, this is actually pumping a lot more than other coins. XRP also up 57 cents right now, 12.11%. Welcome to the 1,535 viewers here. Crypto seems to be where it's at today. This is the big market, but we'll continue to watch all of them. Simon, Knock 50, thank you so much. Is there a pennant on BTT US dollar tether? If so, can we expect a positive breakout? Also, your thoughts on ASRT. Love your stuff. Great to have on while working. Oh, that's awesome, man. I always wonder where people sometimes listen to the stream. I know I've watched Twitch and I've watched YouTube streams, and sometimes I'll just be on the couch. Sometimes I'm outside. Sometimes I've fished and watched them. I mean, it all happens. BTT US dollar tether. All right, let's load this one up for you. Bang. This is the BitTorrent. Yeah, okay. All right, so you're saying, is this a pennant? Mm-hmm. I getcha. I see your donation there, Tyrone. I'm not even reading that donation. Oh, well. Damn, dude. That burns me. It burns me bad. I wouldn't even bring that one up. That's dangerous stuff. All right, here we go. Yes, I see what you're talking about in terms of a bit of a pennant. The main problem with the top side is, let's say we take away the line I've drawn on it. The bottom, fair enough. You've got a lot of wicks here, but you do have a huge amount of wick cells through this line. So what are we going to do? Are we going to draw like through the wick cells, or are we going to draw through the bodies from the top? This is the problem with the trend lines. So what instead you've got to really think about is you've got to go, okay, let's look at the daily. Long leg doji. Bullish pressure coming into many alts right now. Let's go to the weekly. Okay, weekly is just a beast. So we go back to the daily and we say, okay, how do we confirm this? Well, yes, I mean, if we get through the top, we're going to smash through 4.004, probably go to 0.005. Just below that will most likely be a resistance. But the long leg doji is the type of candle where if you confirm above it, usually you gravitate to the next zone. So that could be a confirmation for you that, hey, I want to be in this to the 0.0037, or I want to be in it to even higher areas. It's all very, very possible. But yeah, look, not as strong as the other cryptos. Let's have a look at ASRT. Have that trend line on the bottom. Look at the long leg doji and keep going through it. What is this? Oh, this is not so good. What is this? You're probably catching a bit of a falling knife here. So in December and November last year, it bounced through pretty hard. Market capitalization, $123 million. Syria. If you like the company, it's on support. I mean, yeah, fair enough. It's there. I can see it. I'm not sure I love it, but I can see it through the support here. Have you got enough confirmation to think it's going long? You've got problems at 0.87. I would think that is going to be fairly close to it. Yeah, or 0.85. 0.85 wick and the body. So somewhere around there is probably, and yeah, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So let's say it bounces here. Moves up here, we'll find resistance selling, gets through there, then you go towards the dollar. So that's quite likely. Here is the last line of support before, some pretty serious declines. So yeah, my thoughts on this one. At support, catching a falling knife, I always prefer to see way more structure formation on the charts, as you guys know. But yeah, it's around that area. It's around that area. Kurt Greenway, US $9.99 again. Wow, Kurt, thank you so much. Oh, okay. Triple ENF is the same as 88E on the ASX. Does the ASX serve as a precursor to the US market or vice versa? I'll join Discord today. I would probably still rather have a quick look at it for you. It depends on how the company is trying to launch. So let me just have a quick look here at 88E. 88E Energy. I'm just having to do some research for you on it. Because they sometimes dual list, and they list into the US and they list into Australia. Look, yeah, Kurt, please join and I'll explain it to you. That's the easiest way, man. I can't answer that one without doing some research for you, because every single thing, it's not always that way. I'm telling you, not every IPO goes that way. It's a different setup, and it is becoming more common, so I'll have to have a look at it for you. Tyron Abella, Australian $5. All right, Tyron, let's have a look here. I will triple this donation if you give us your phone number again. No way. It's not happening. No way. No. That was unfortunate. Don't call that number. That would suck. Wow. Anyway, it is what it is. So thank you very much for that one. XRP, check it out. Yeah, I check it out. But we're going towards 60. We're going towards 60. This is where the line in the sand will be drawn. Lots of little wicks before. Let's see how XRP goes through here. People getting hyped. I mean, ADA from a percentage perspective is more exciting than XRP right now. 11% here on XRP versus 15.76, and it was even higher on ADA before. So 60 cents is our level. Then above that, 64, 65-ish. And then above that, 75. And then don't go for $1. Go for like slightly under $1. We're smart here. We do that. I did just do XRP. That's correct. Do I like the Elliott waves? Elliott wave is fine in a concept of it gives you confidence to hold through waves, let's call it. But day trading that is basically impossible. It's super tough. Super tough. Some people can, but yeah, pretty tough. Dustin Cornett, US $2, listening while welding. Oh, thank you very much. There we go. Dustin, doing some welding action. Tough job there. Hopefully you're wearing the goggles, man. I've seen people weld without the goggles. Whew. Tough times. Smash that like. Cheers to a green week, Tom, says Louis B. I'm glad you're having a green week there. People in the NASDAQ probably aren't, but I'm glad you are. Never heard of the copy pasta, says Paul. Oh, yeah, don't worry. There's copy pasta. Tom, I wake up to your stream and start getting ready for work, making breakfast, etc. Sometimes AFK, but always listening. Sometimes making notes. Cool, Gotham. That's awesome to hear. It's great to see this stream's become so much part of people's life. Info on the masterclass link, please. Should be linked up above. If you see in the chat, I've tagged it. Today is the last day of the 10-year anniversary special. Today's NASDAQ green, we start bouncing up. Okay, so right now, I'm going to click on the NASDAQ, and you might be a little terrified, okay? Ooh. All right, I put lines over it so you can't see it. But we're opening at 12,743 right now. 12,744. Let's have a look at the pre-market. We haven't even done it yet, and we're already... Wow, we're already almost an hour in the stream and haven't even brought it up. What am I doing? Okay, here we go, guys. We haven't even done our GME AMC stuff. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Look at those percentage changes yesterday. All right, that's just getting you that's just getting you excited thinking that one. So molecular data, I can't remember why we still have that there, but yeah, GameStop 8.61%, AMC 4.11%. You guys proved me wrong yesterday. I thought that GameStop was going to go to the heavy support of 90, but it just didn't. The 120, you just bought it up. It went back down. You bought it up again. And then you took it to the moon and it went pretty hard, 52.69%. Look, it's not really acting too technically. There are some key levels, but we're hitting 200 resistance. And we know like some super resistances do make sense. Avio, whatever, doesn't matter. Tilray, 1.18%. Palantir, 0.09. And Churchill CCIV continues. And look at that sundial get down, 1.82% down over there. Let's have a look at the pre-market for the greens and the bads. I saw Baidu was actually up 9%. I did have a quick sneak peek. 9% before, now 5.47. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, big beneficiaries of the Fed. The Fed fed them. They said, don't worry, JP, don't worry, Goldman, we got your backs. We'll allow you to do whatever you want. You want to buy back shares? You want to create divs? We'll let you do it. And of course, create some hype into that sector, therefore supporting the market. Disney up here, 0.51%. Teladoc squaring out a 0.482%. And on the downside, we've got Tesla, 0.69. DocuSign, 0.72. Square, another 0.37 down, and the rest. So some things have recovered. It was pretty brutal on the stocks. I'm going to go into some stocks in just a few moments. Let's have a load up and see something very interesting here. Let's have a look here. Okay, yesterday, boy, oh boy, is ARK going hardcore on its conviction plays. Check out these conviction plays. They're purchasing PLTR more. Obviously selling their PayPal holdings. And then we scroll through here and we go, okay, wait a second. Whoa, it's like an alert sound needs to come out. TDOC purchased again by ARK. ARK have purchasing TDOC consistently and hugely. I think it makes up 8.5%. Let's have a look at their total holdings now. Let me have a look here. Weight rankings. Wow. TDOC and Square just becoming huge holdings. Let's have a look. Okay. Pretty large through a lot of their funds. So they've got some pretty big holdings. Let me just make sure that was a purchase here of TDOC. Yeah, more buys. So they're buying pretty hard into Zoom, pretty hard into TDOC. Seems like they've been placing a few like sell buy trades as well on a few of these things. So just interesting to see that PLTR just continuously getting the buy pressure. Here is the dollar index, 92.85. Low SIFO, $1.99. How are you feeling about GME today? Well, funnily, you should ask that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So here we've got the GME and the AMC. We've got a donation for it. Let's have a look here. 183, pre-market, basically 200. Okay, I'm going to have to go down and get dirty in these charts because I am wondering whether we are at some form, some daily, some 8 hour, some 4 hour huge level of just pressure that could be a problem here. So you can see that that 200 has been a barrier. 120 held. Let me go through. Maybe I was missed something here yesterday. Yeah, 120. Yeah, I'm not sure. 120 was a bit of an enigma. That wasn't that strong. But anyway, it did go through. Look, 200 is a clear barrier for GME AMC, guys. It's just so clear. You've got a level where it found huge amounts of buying pressure, closes. The 8 hour and the 4 hour, probably two of my favorite charts. They're all holding strong here. And then when it got underneath, it was kind of like this slow, gradual decline. I think that's a strong psychological level. I expect some pressure selling here. But once you close through it, because of the movement up, then you should be able to really get through to the next zones. Maybe some issues around 250. These are new zones because we have more recent data now. Maybe the 280. And then, of course, after that, it's looking pretty good. I mean, maybe 300. I don't think so, though. Probably 349. We will correct completely on that original run because that was much cleaner. This one here, the 200, look, 198. 198, we can't forget this. Struggled, broke through, lots and lots of consolidation. So I believe it's at resistance today and strong resistance for GME. Rob Schwartz says DFV's got the love. GME 220T easy today, says John Joseph. Easy. Tequila Boost says if DFV is still in, I'm in GME. Is he meant to leave? I don't think he's ever meant to leave, is he? Disney, Rocket Ship says bank and finances. Finances. Yep. Well, 190. I think this 200 area is very, very interesting. Let's have a look at the AMC because it's up 5. Well, was up 5%. Now, whoa. Jumping all over the place. Went 3.5% in like a second. So once it closed above 11, which it looks like it's going to open, $12 is a barrier resistance for it. So I think GME's at resistance. A lot of people saying 220 easy. I can see your 220 level from a closure point. But yeah, 200 resistance. Get through that first, and then you can be more confident in your 220s, your 240s, or 250 probably. And then, then you can move back up. They can really get some sentiment in. It's only 1 day of rebound. So you have to get through this resistance to get back into the sentiment fair trend. I mean, people will be looking at this saying, damn, I can book some 50% gains on a Friday. Maybe I'm going to do that. I'm not going to hold over the weekend. So some day traders will close there. AMC fans, you're just looking at a closure above 11 on a significant time frame. Let's have a look what time frame we're going to need. Okay. Yeah, 4 hour would be ideal above. Maybe we can't wait that long. I'm not sure because we haven't had a 4 hour above 11. So if we get a 4 hour above 11, you expect go to a 12. Good luck on that. Darth Sidious, US $2, 4. Oh, this is how many trades you've traded. 447,647 GME shares traded. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Is that right, Darth? Can't stop GameStop. All right. Yeah, TA here, very tough though, guys. This is obviously a sentiment-driven trade. And what have we got going on? XRP dropping back a little bit, 56 cents. Bitcoin under 53,000 now. Let's go over to the BTC charts. So this is becoming interesting. During our stream, we called and we talked about this level. We knew that up here, there was some sneaky business from the resistance support lines. Let's take a look at the 8 hour just to show you that 52 and the 4 hour, this level here is where I expect more buying pressure. We hit almost it just then. Let's have a look if it gets down to the 52.2 and then buys off it. BTC, very hugely volatile today due to those massive amount of contracts. Remember, we've got $6 billion of Bitcoin options expiring tomorrow, but that's today now. And this usually creates a fair amount of volatility. And then after that, we'll get the movements. Now, where are some of these puts expiring? So there seems to be puts going for 40,000 range. There's puts going for 47.5. Important to know where they are. And a huge amount of options also expiring around $60,000. So does that mean BTC can get above these zones? No. And I think as we move forward with this channel, I'll be showing you more about where the lines are in options so we can really break down, hey, there's 60,000 units here, or there's 150,000 or whatever it is, billions of dollars of options expiring at these zones. We need to pay attention to them. Very, very important. US 100 down 0.55% now to the 12,734. Bradley back super chatted $4.99. Can you give me a little insight on the Dragonfly Doji on AAL? Might be in the 5-minute chart. Just ignore it's an airline, okay, with a laughing face. Yeah, I'll try to ignore. Dollar index still looking strong. Nope, that's not the one I want. So we'll just use this. Okay, this is AAL. I know what it is. I know it's an American airline, as in American Airlines. Let's go in the 5-minute here. 5-minute. Where's our Dragonfly Doji? Where is it? 5-minute chart. I'm looking. No. Where are we? You mean this little doji? Like, I don't really think I'd be going too hardcore on that doji. You talking about this? Not sure what we're talking about here, but look, pre-market's well above that. I mean, pre-market's up 1.67% to 23.15. 5 minutes not going to help us there. 4 hours, probably not going to help us too much. Look, strong break though yesterday. That's a nice one above that level. Let's go to the 8 hours. Daily. Everything looks good for the recovery of AAL just from a TA level. We were looking at it yesterday. This is the level I would have hoped it would have bounced off, but after that strong recovery, I guess, it still looks okay. Resistance just below, resistance, support. Busted through a little bit more, probably took out a bunch of stops through that yesterday or the couple of days worth of rallies and declines. Now we move back to the 26. 26 clearly was a support resistance line, and you're trying to go back probably more to like a $30 or plus against that. So look, lots of recovery here in AAL. I'm not sure what you mean by the 5-minute doji though, but if you're, yeah, you can try messaging me later and I'll see if I can see it. Big welcome here to Drew. Dr. Drew Humpy upgraded his membership here to the Diamond Hands community. I think you just came in yesterday too, Drew. So thank you so much for upgrading and supporting it. Make sure to integrate your Discord and YouTube together to gain access. There should be instructions that you see straight away. Welcome to the community. Thank you so much. ADA is recovering. So yeah, ADA was on the rocket ship before. Didn't quite hit the resistance that we expect, but that's okay. Here it is. Resistance broke out 116. This area here, I wouldn't be too concerned even if it came back down to this level. Look, as Bitcoin kind of falters here at 52,854, it's still going to have pressure on it. A pull down and then a movement up is what we're looking for. 133,474 becomes still a target from a technical buy side. And then we've got 147 for ADA. Ooh, US Tech. Do I dare click on it? I see it. 0.64% down. Let's have a look what it's doing to the markets in the pre. What is moving? Here's the greens. So we don't have, not all things are equal in the market today. Let's go to the reds here. Reds aren't horrible for a lot of these stocks. It seems to be across the board, and that's probably because it's hitting up maybe Apple as well and the others. So 0.1% down on Tesla, 1% down on PayPal, etc., etc., etc. Go through the watch list here. GameStop still struggling around that 200. I do expect it to be a resistance line. Let's see if we can close above it through the first half of the session or the first couple of minutes in the session. AMC 11.35 was better, now 3.75. And the negative ones, costs now actually negative, surprisingly, and Sundial also down. Churchill Capital going with it. So interesting stuff. Not the best open here for the NAS if this is where it comes in. We are 1 hour and 23 minutes away from the open. So not much longer to know the destiny of the NAS this week. Things looking bearish early in the morning, but could be bullish at the end of the day. Taran Bablani, thank you so much. Canadian, $6.99. Appreciate the donation, man. Thank you for supporting the community. Yeah, well, what can I say? Salute to you, sir. Violent J says, is Bitcoin some kind of new corns you find on your feet? Bitcoins? Yeah, Bitnoodle. We're talking about Bitnoodle? What about Cardano? Oh, we've looked at Cardano plenty of times. Don't worry. We've had it up plenty of times. ADA is Cardano. Vaccine is good for airlines and cruise ships. And so it's a bit more than TA, but world money is moving. Yeah, look, all of the cruise lines and things deserve to be breaking out into the vaccine news. I mean, it looks like it's being relatively successful. Just give me 1 second. Just quickly having a look at a message there. Yeah, the vaccines basically will recover those types of things. GME is not for wimps. That's probably true. If you have to be used to some pretty large moves there. You're probably, when you've done the GME train and you've experienced the highs and the lows and the tribulations of this run, you've almost experienced all of the emotions of trading in one hit, because it is just so extreme. Let's have a look now at Tesla. I will quickly cover this off. Yeah, this is so tough because from a TA perspective, you have to think things look a little bit bearish here. We've had support, 640, broken below. Our 650 got taken out as well. And then it moved down. And yesterday, it moved up a few times. Resistance, 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 kept struggling at that zone. Today, it really has to get above 640. And if it can't, back down into the 600s, the 560s we go, especially if the US 100 can't hold up. And I'm telling you right now, as I'm reading this, 12,705 on the US 100. 12,700 now. Look at this. Oh, it is getting sold off. Let me have a look at what's happening with some of these stocks. So we've got pre-market, not much down for Hyperstonk. One, Square only down 0.49. TDOC barely down. So what is leading the charge here? Apple, 0.57. Microsoft, 0.5. My pre-market broken or something. PayPal, 1.58. Tesla, 1.22. Zoom, 1.19. Okay. Facebook, 0.6. Alphabet, 0.58. So it's some big ones slightly dropping that's leading through it. But yeah, 0.84% down in the NAS right now. It's just touching that 12,700 zone. So it looks like it really wants to go a little bit lower potentially here. But everything can change throughout the session. Remember, the first hour, guys, is where the retailers trade. It is not where the rest of the people trade. So we'll go back over to Tesla. Most of the big guys, they usually position in at the close, and you'll see true sentiment in the close the last couple of minutes. Where's the easiest way to explain that? So say like here, yesterday it was down quite hard, and then actually there was more sentiment into the end of the day. Now, IWM was up quite hard as well, but usually these kind of closes are important. This is a funny Friday, and you will see whatever the true experience of Wall Street is into the close. So somewhere around the middle of the session is usually where most retail traders, we stop trading, we stop investing for the day, and this back end of the session is where Wall Street comes in and they go, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to push it up. We're going to push it down. They've had their fun. Now we have our fun. I like to think of it that way. It's like a split 50-50. What's causing it? We've got dollar index 92.85. We've got 10-year treasuries also moving up. Let's have a look at the 10 years. Let me look at those 10 years. Yeah, 10-year treasuries 1.674, right on resistance. We've got the Suez Canal thing. Not that I think that affects it too much. And let me have a look at the top news. What other news am I getting through here? Let me refresh. Just refreshing the news. Okay, of course, we've got the stuff about the Nike and the Adidas stuff, but we knew that. Potential trade war kind of questions. That always does hit tech. Maybe it's a little bit around this kind of trade war concept. Can't really see too much else unless someone has something else here. Banks still should look strong. What's everybody saying? Bitcoin will rise today. S&P 500 will be down. So Bitcoin back to 53,197 after that initial dip, and Ethereum 1,625. Hi Tom, what do you think of the golden cross and the DXY? Will it be a thing in a few days? Yeah, I think the dollar index has already shown bullish intention when it got through that weekly 20 exponential moving average. And when that occurred, which was here, that marked a significant change in dollar index. And we've seen what happened since then. Now we move towards the 93 regardless, and possibly even the 94 resistance. But this is the basing formation. Go to the monthly, you'll see why. It's right where the dollar index needed to find support. Previous resistances back in 10 and 09, previous supports in 17, 18, and then we've got supports again, and that's why it comes back up. But look at the pressure that it comes under on the monthly, on the big time frame. Two big moving averages being the 20 and the 50 and a 94 all there at once. I think there's a lot to say that 94 will be where the dollar index stops. And yeah, usually it means risk on, risk off sentiment, but we'll have to see how it plays. Let's go back over here. Did you see Pepsi purchase 12 Tesla semi-trucks? I didn't, Eric Douglas, but thank you for sharing it with us. Is that big news? Not sure. I mean, it's 12. It's a part of the fleet, so obviously that could bring more. QQQ dropped 0.7% in half an hour in the pre-market, says Kevin. Yeah, it certainly did. It's coming in pretty hot here, 12,712. You'd think it just hit a level where speculators are going to buy it up though into the market open. So if a speculator is going to come in and see like a 12.7, they might have a crack at it. That's the thing. Tech really needs a green day today, otherwise it's looking spooky, says Amar. You're correct, Amar. Absolutely. Suez Canal is sentiment for now, question mark, unless it stays stuck past next week. Some ships are weighing just going past Horn of Africa instead of waiting. So yeah, they're going around. Look, I think it's a thing, but it shouldn't really be affecting the tech as much as it is in some ways. I don't really think that's the main reason. The markets can probably see past that, and they're going to allocate, but not allocate that strongly into that kind of information. US oil continues to bounce off 57. Go here to the 4 hour. You'll notice where it is. Expect this to probably... I'm surprised it's not shooting up a little bit more due to this whole Suez thing, you basically got a little trend line here that you could bring into the 1 hour chart and just see those massive spike peaks that have gone through, and you expect some selling pressure to come into oil at this point. Is Skills fit to trade? So I think ARK purchased Skills as well. At least it's fallen off enough. Pre-market up 3.15%. It's got that initial ARK rally on it. 24 is going to be your resistance. So 24, it's into structure. We did this one yesterday for a donator for a super chat, and we found that it was in a range, and that range was between $20 and kind of like this $18 flat area. And it's right there. It looks like it's found some support in the smaller time frames. Let's go to 30 minute. It's found some support. But look, is it something that I think is really, really strong? Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. At least the hype's come out of it. $18 into $46. Like, that's too much for this company. But you got to look at the original price and you think, okay, well, it came in at around 10. It's moved to 18 right now. That's a double up. There's valid reasons why it should have done well over the last year due to the pandemic, etc. 24, though, remains my resistance for a trade in there. And for longer term, you could be looking at things like 30 as well. So 30 and 24, the two resistances. Whoa. Jager Croft Canadian, $50. My thank you donation. Thanks, Tom, Sid, Kevin, Dave, and all the members. From some things I have been able to learn here at FX Evolution, yesterday was a good green day for me, and I was able to buy this for the office. Let me have a look here. What is this? Jager Croft. Let's get some claps in the chat for Jager. I'm going to clap him. I'm clapping you. Where am I? How do I get the chat up in a thing that I'm logged in? Man, thank you so much, bro. All right, let me go over here. Let me give you some claps. Holy moly. And then I'll load up whatever this is that you've purchased. Jeez, that is laggy for me. I don't know why it is. I'm clapping you. There you go. Thank you very much, man. All right. Oh, I see what you got. He's taking a picture with it in the stream background. All right, here you go, guys. I'm over here. Look at me. And the beautiful PS5. Aren't these a rare beast? Aren't these a little bit rare? Congratulations on your new PS5. 8K. 4K 120 frames or whatever it is. 120 hertz. Very nice. I don't have one of these, but this is pretty sweet, dude. It's pretty sweet. I like your style. You got the two set up. You got the webcam. Very cool. That's a pretty interesting desk too. That thing is that your that's like a mouse mat or something? It's like an extreme mouse mat, like a painting thing. But yeah, congratulations on the Sony. Very nice. Maybe I'll have to get one and get on the games there. Pretty beautiful machines, but I think they're almost scalpable on the market. So at least you made a PS5, which is many hundreds of dollars. Appreciate the donation. Congratulations on the PS5. Enjoy it over the weekend when hopefully you're taking a relaxing break. That's very, very cool. Let's go back over here. Has the US 100 found support? So the answer to skills is it's on a level that makes it acceptable to continue to consider. From now, you got to go look at your fundamentals. I've given you some key resistances and key areas. Tequila Boost is right. I hope you got that at GameStop. I love that, dude. That's so cool. Tom needs to bring the NQ to 12.8. You know what to do. Let's go. Absolutely. I know what you're talking about, JT Raj. I think we need it just for that donation, man. Jager Croft bringing the fire here with the photo and everything. You're probably the first person that's taken a photo, but I am not unopposed to that. That is a lot of fun for the stream. So yeah, that was awesome. Congratulations again on it. All right, we're going to use the intro that I think is more appropriate for today. So let's get this intro going on. Let's get set up here. let's get ready for the market open for Friday. Hopefully a green day for many out there, whichever way you are going. Here we go, guys. Oh, that's loud. Damn, that almost blew my ears off. Turn it down a little bit. Whew, that's hot. That's right, guys. Apes together strong. That's what you were yesterday. I was here faltering on you. I was saying $90 is possible. Oh boy. You guys just said, no, Tom, come on. $90. We don't do it that cheap. We don't do no $90. But I will say $200 looks like it's resistance. But, whatever. We don't do no cheap 90. We buy it off 120. Well done to everyone out there. Let's move back over. Again, thank you so much to Jager. Thank you so much to the big supporters today. If you guys, one I've got to answer a little bit later here about the OTC market, but I appreciate all of the big supports here throughout the week, guys. It's been an amazing week of streaming. A few people ask me what is going on with the BTC. The BTC is okay. Just quickly here on silver. I covered this morning because I thought, silver, it's trying. This area has tried, and it's such a strong zone, the 25. It got down to the 25.50. Look, if you trade silver, all you got to care about every 50 cents. Put lines on it, load it up, and check that out. US dollar strength here, I think, is your biggest weakness. So the fact that US dollar strength, I'm still considering it going towards 93 and 94 over the next coming weeks. That's going to be a bit of a problem for you, I think, to get through. So yeah, just be careful there. Let's go over to BTC now. I thought I got rid of that LTC. It's gone again. Get rid of LTC. So we've had some bounce. Today is volatility day for BTC due to the options expiration. Usually there is bullish pressure after options expiration as you get rid of all those calls, you get rid of all those puts. Somewhere in between it usually is. I will cover that in the future about how that all works. The idea of options expiration is to make everything expire worthless. So that's why you've got to be big brain and you've got to think outside of the box when you invest. You've got to say, okay, hey, everyone's going towards 60. They're on the round numbers. They're on the 47.5s. They're on the 44s. We're big brand. We're going to use, I'm going to say spreads to get action on different areas, because spreads, that's where you're looking at when you're talking about options. It's always worthwhile. 53,032 in the middle of two real ranges. 52 is the major support. And check out the 8 hour on BTC right now. Probably the best. It's the best for the closes. It's just too solid. BTC too solid on the 8 hour. So check out that 54,000. If it breaks through over the weekend, this is going to be your go signal for higher levels from a technical perspective. If it breaks obviously under here, well, you know where it's going. It's down there somewhere. But yeah, 52, 54, then 57. They're the key zones on BTC. David Dodd says you can't even buy silver bars from Perth Mint at the moment. So look, I did a quick reconnaissance of the community from all over the world. Because remember, we have people in India, we have people in all over Asia, all over Europe, all over America, all over, of course, New Zealand and Australia and everywhere. And most people said, yes, some places are sold out. So it looks like Americans are getting almost robbed on silver price in terms of how expensive some of these Eagle coins are and things like that. I don't know why they're so expensive, but anyway, that's certainly a concern. Have that trend line there as well. It looks like in India, though, a few people mentioned, hey, I can just go buy silver wherever. In Asia, everyone's like, yeah, I can just buy silver wherever. It's not even a problem. So it doesn't seem to be across the line. And Kevin here says silver is so manipulated, it's going to be a good buy eventually, but it's just not showing direction yet. I agree with Kevin. I think it will be a good buy. It's going to be in part 2 of the super cycle of metals. So remember, we've just mentioned part 1. But guess what, guys? There's more to come. We'll do the analysis another day when we've got more time. But there is a part 2 to the super cycle, and part 2 only goes for a certain period of time. And then you better run away from those metals because they do not hold up well over a decade of investment. There is a time and a place for all of these types of metal investments, and it's not long term. Let's go to US 100 again. Pressure coming down to the 12,700. We've seen some buying pressure. Let me zoom in. Some buying pressure coming through. 12,692. But the 12.7 it held before. I'm going to put a little line there. And you know what? Damn it. I need this. We're going to... No more. No more. The fence is out. We are double barbed wiring it. Put little notches in here. We're going to leave that there while we answer this question that's coming in from the community. So ice. Oh, man. These names. I'll call you Sayo IRS. Sayoresi? I'm not sure. 1961. Thank you so much. Anyway, $5. Thank you for your daily meaningful lessons, smiley face. Do you have any thoughts about WIMI? We'll check out that in just a few moments. We'll check out WIMI. Who makes the chips for Nio? Good question there, John Joseph. Who does make the chips for Nio? I probably should have read that in the report, but I didn't. Silver and gold, always good for a long, says Mike. It's just better to hold it for 20 plus years to make it worthwhile. Silver's been a horror for 20 years, man. But gold has been okay. Yeah, silver's been horrid in some ways. So I'm going to put the meaningful fence here, okay, guys? We're underneath that 12.7 to give you support because the NAS really does need it through the session. Let's check out WIMI here. Actually, we'll use this chart. This is the WIMI NAS. Your thoughts are, what do we think of this? Okay, let's go to the monthly. Okay, it's been up, down, and all around, hasn't it, since July? This is technology services package software. 358 million market capitalization, so open for manipulation, which is probably why it's trading this way. What do I think? Well, I think it's back in structural range, which is excellent. So it's back in structural range. Do I think that you're going to get much structure? Well, we have to learn around what happened last time. So last time in early March, it just bought off that area. Then it went back down, 602. Now pre-market 635, up 1.6%. Oh. If you like the company, it's on a support that, you know, you're catching a falling knife. You don't have enough anything really. I mean, 4 hour, like whatever. I saw the 30-minute. There's a little bit of structure, like a resistance. You're going to open above that at 636. You've broken that initial kind of overextension towards the downside. You know what happened over here? It bounced up, but this is usually the type of thing I look for. Trough, peak, higher trough, higher peak. Get into the participation phase. This allows you not to have to catch the falling knife. And do you get the cheapest price? No. Do you get the best price? No. But we get the most solid price for the levels. So yeah, thanks for the donation. I would be waiting for a little bit more of a kind of like a peak, a higher trough, what we call the lightning bolt in our course that we have. By the way, quick shout out. The course ends today, the 10 years. That's right. We've been around 10 years doing this, guys. We are not just new. It's been a while. Not on YouTube, it's been new. But yeah, we've been doing the education stuff and the trading stuff for quite some time. If you're interested in checking out the technical analysis course, quick plug, you can click the link in the description box and click the link above. Check it out. It's pretty good. I like to think of it as it speeds up your learning process 2 years. So you don't make the same mistakes that we all do, because we all make the same mistakes, especially guys. Guys, we like the bit of the gamble, and I know that I know that it affects many people because I've trained a lot of people. Let's go continuing over this market here. NASDAQ just fell off again. Yeah, but we've got the support here, Prime Minister. I like the name, Prime Minister, at 12.7. Okay, we've put the line in the sand. No more. We will not take any more lower action for today. That's where we're going to leave it. GME 194.58. Now only up 5.9%. Hit the resistance in the pre here at 200. I still think 200 is a tough zone for it. Look for a close above for GME fans to move through. And AMC, look for a closure above $11 on a significant time frame before you move into 12. I expect 12 to be heavy selling resistance on a Friday. You can prove me wrong. Maybe it happens. But $12 seems like a pretty tough zone. It's been tough before. It was tough here. It was tough here. It most likely will be the resistance area. Jack 904 TD said, I just started the course this morning. Oh, great to have you here, Jack. Make sure you jump into that Discord as well, which you probably have. And yeah, get on in it. It'll be good. Morning, Tom. Can you take a look at CBDT, TY? I think you asked for that Michael Bibb yesterday. We'll see whether you can do. Don't worry. It says, Brad, is the course worth it? You're not the instructor. Oh, yeah, don't worry. We wrote it together. So Tyrone's my business partner. We think one and like the same. It's the exact same. Think of it just like the exact same person. We do the exact same stuff. There is absolutely no difference between what we're doing here, except for there's percentages and little secret tidbits, but it's the same concept. We trade. You can come to our webinars. You'll check it out. We do webinars every week for free. And you can check out our dual combo meal deal there. Okay, let's have a look at this one for you. What was that? That was what's happening with Nio. If you want to know what's happening with Nio, it's all got to do with probably a short-term problem, which is this. Nio shuts factory 5 days due to global chip shortages. Let's have a look if we get the company here. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really say anything. Yeah, don't know what the company is, but yeah. All right, let's go back over to that other one. ADA going up, son, says Califor 2A. We did ADA for some time. It's coming back down now, 122. Still feeling good about it, though. I'm still feeling good about that 133, 147 area now we broke through. Where is this? I'm sorry, dude. I've lost your CD thing. Was it CDBT? Is it this? Ugh. I hope it's not this. No. We don't look at that. That means no trade, and this just basically means that this particular thing has zero volume and liquidity. If you ever see something like that. That is X. We don't trade those types of things. Nio or CCIV, what's your view on AMAT? Oh, there's quite a few codes coming in here. I can't look at every one of them, unfortunately, guys. Hitting the like button is at least anyone can do if you're watching this awesome show. Over 1,900 people watching. The hard work by Tom and the mods, correct? The mods do a great job, and it should have 1,900 likes. I appreciate that one, Ria. I do. So, look at this. We played the music, guys. Let's get down and dirty on this. Yes, that's right. That's right. Get back up. None of that business down at 12.7. We're back to 12.738, that nasty pre-market movement. Let's go in here and take a look what that is doing to the futures. Whoa. Am I seeing that right? Wait a second. Whoa. That is a massive move in the futures here on Baidu. That was up 9. I absolutely do not lie here. 9% pre-market, now negative 4% pre-market. Yeah. 9% now negative 4%. What the hell is going on? Am I missing news? Let me refresh. Holy moly, that's a big switch. 9 to negative 4 in a pre? What kind of manipulation is going on here? What do you guys think about that? Oh, I think it was CBDT. Okay, we'll just quickly do it. Thank you very much. We'll do that one. CBDT. The person has been very consistent on that one. So Nike actually up here today. Caravana, Hershey, all these others. Downside, DocuSign, Shopify, PayPal, ADP, Zoom, Alphabet, a little bit down the tech. And then we go over here to the pre-market. We have molecular data up hard, actually 18% now. GameStop 6.58, still what 200 becomes the resistance. AMC 3.2, right, blockchain barely up, but still up. Tilray 0.35, where is that sundial? Where is it? 0.83 down, 121. Still holding pretty good as the old sundial. Little sneaky thing. All right, let's do this other one. CBDT. Empower Clinics. Okay, man. So you're on. I'll do it quick and brief. Let's have a look. Massive run up. Market capitalization size 209 million. So it was clearly pumped. Huge amounts of structural pressure through the 40 cents. This is a penny stock in my opinion. So therefore, it's going to trade around dollars, 50 cents, etc. Stopped at 40, which is the obscure number. Didn't care about 50 much. Just slapped through that. It's right on support. If you're wondering when you can get more bullish on it, if it gets back through the dollar, that would be good. Bought off here. Looks like it's buying off here. You're catching a falling knife. You know what to do most likely. It's going to be find more structure. So find more structure through this zone. And then once we find more structure through this zone, then we can move on through. Yeah. I think that's really, really key for it. So find more structure, then move up, then go towards $1. Yeah, that's the type of thought process here. On any penny stock, catching the falling knife can be dangerous. So you must play that through in your minds. Is Baidu Chinese? Says Rocktopus 306. Yes. It's like their search engine. It's like Google over there. Taran Babliani, Canadian, $6.99. Hey, Tom, can you look at CIDM, recent NFT play, which I know is a hype? Good. At least you know that. That means you're prepared. 5-year resistance at 2.3 with a brief spike above. Thanks for everything you do. Well, no problems there. Thank you for the 2 donations. Before I didn't have the message, so sorry if we missed that one, but I do appreciate it. Let's have a look. So this is recent NFT hype movements. Let's go over the bigger time frames. Get that 5-year action up. Oh, okay. So it ran in June to $6. So it likes the pumpy and the dumpy. CIDM. Let me just make sure this is it. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Pre-market down 4.69%. Weekly. Go to monthly. Interesting indeed, because we're so close to the end of the month. I'm just looking at monthly closes to see what happened last time. So you got a huge amount of structure through this just under $2 kind of bracket, right around 2. So that's good news, because it means that you can actually get in on this and know what you're going to be doing. You know it pumped, so you have to understand that if this is an NFT, if this is a dolphin, then you have to know what the whole. By the way, DOT 6.53%, guys. See, we analyzed it. 32 resistance there for that one. For anyone that's been going through it, 32, then 34. 34 is the main key resistance on DOT. 183. I like the 2 close above weekly. Now, know this. The weekly close here is at 2 or just under 2. Then we get a gap up and a sell off. Don't worry about that one, because that's a gap sell. It didn't hold the level. So what you're looking for here is ideally a closure above 2 on a significant time frame. Ideally, you're getting it on a weekly, because it's probably going to go next week. If it's going to be NFT hype, what you've got to do then is you've got to go 214 and get a close above that. And then when you get a close above that, then you can start moving up. Be prepared for underneath the 6. If this thing goes hyperbolic and goes mad and everyone gets into it and it becomes Funko 2.0, then when that happens, or Dolphin 2.0, this area here will be filled fairly fast. It's not that big. I mean, 318 million can be pumped pretty hard, pretty fast with lack of volume. And I would be targeting somewhere underneath the 595. Good luck on that one. I appreciate it. Quick check around the markets here. US 100 coming back up. NASDAQ 12,750. No more of that 12,700 nasty speak. We've got the US 500 finding a lot of support, actually. 39.21. Bitcoin playing with the 53,000. I'll just quickly switch on over to DOT here before we do the next donation. Let's go down and understand this price action here. I want to zoom in on this. And I want to actually, maybe I'll highlight the post. Let me highlight this post. I think it was in the public room. Let me go up here. Jeremy, I like your action. Okay, Jeremy is going to be shown in this community right now. So Jeremy posted this one in the public Discord community, and I like it. I like it. And actually, I'll show you where I said I did like it. He has correctly applied, I believe, a concept from what we do here on the stream. And that is this movement. So he's identified, firstly, some resistance selling pressure, which are these two rejections. Then he's identified some closure points, which this one is the most significant. And that's where he's got his little crosshair here anyway. That one there presented, okay, we've closed above, absolutely no question, we've closed above any of the previous wick levels, and we've shown that the momentum is there. Remember, you're smelling this out. You're doing the little analysis before anyone else sees it. Then it moves to 32 and 34. And I'll just show you here. Look what he says. He says this correctly. Long dot should move 32 out half, and then 33. I'm not sure about the 33, 33. I'm going to go 34 there, but fair enough. And then half. So he's got a strategy here. And I said closures above the wicks look decent, which they do. So well done there. That's a quick little shout out. I like the analysis. Let's see if we get 32 in the lines for DOT. Regardless, it's the right process and the right kind of structural ideas going through there. Melvin Mueller coming in with a $2 donation. Thoughts on AYTU? AYTU. Biopharma stock. 1.16% down. 138 million market cap, so quite small. Looks like it's done a pump and dump recently. Let's have a look through it. It is well known to do pump and dumps for multiple years here. This must have been around the pandemic. Everyone just bought all these stocks. Probably an algo got onto it. Movement there. Decline. 4 hour. Whoops. Wrong hotkey. Alt-R gets you right over to the correct price, by the way, in TradingView. If you're interested in using TradingView like I do here, click on the link in the description below. Follow us at FX Evolution on there. I sometimes post on the weekend and stuff about BitNoodle or whatever else I feel like talking about. And yeah, it's a good place. If you buy a premium, that helps the channel out too. You can use the free. No problems with that one. So 767 pre. Yeah. I don't know. It's nothing really. You're catching a bit of a knife here. There's no structure on these smaller time frames. I'd prefer, like last time, again, like look for lightning bolts, peak, higher trough, higher peak, that kind of thing. When you get that, then you can move through to the next zones or the next levels. I think the big problem is that if you catch this all the time, and you don't see structure, you're going to make a mistake one day. It's going to cost you a lot of money. And I don't really like what I'm seeing so far. So continue watching, continue applying those structural processes to learning about it, and you will have more time. Darth Sidious has super chatted $5. Tom has it easy. He lives in a rent-free with his Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru on Tatooine. Okay. Do you know how costly it is to keep a Death Star up and running? I think the problem with you, Sid, is you're paying too much brokerage on your GME trades. I think that's what's happening. I think you're getting very, very expensive brokerage. I feel like you're with some kind of broker and you call them up and you say, hey, can I buy a GME? And they say, that'll be 1%, Sid. 1%, old school brokerage costs. You guys don't know. But in the 90s, you used to pay, I'm not kidding you, with brokers. In fact, I would like to know if anyone has stories about this, of how much they're being charged. 1 point, this is when they use the phones, 5% in brokerage. In. 1.5% to get in. Wow, that is crazy. Imagine. Ty says, pretty sure you are funding that with the pillaging of the planets. That's pretty much true. What did Harry say? Doctor liked it. Let's see. Harry Chu, Tesla is the world leader in EV. Why buy second place? Harry is at it. I love Harry in the channel, man. You are I've labeled you the ultra bull, Harry. And you are in here every day. And I appreciate your support. The ultra bull. And when Tesla goes up, I won't forget you, Harry. I'm going to say if Tesla goes up, let's say it goes back up here in the 880s. I'm going to call it the Harry movement. Because you are the most ultra bullish Tesla that I've seen in the community so far, at least here. 638 for Tesla, so you'll be happy. It's only down 0.37 right now. What's going on with Nio and Xpeng a buy? So yeah, Nio is, look, if you're going to buy something like Nio, or Harry would say you're buying second best, but really what you're doing is you're saying, okay, look, I believe that this is just a blip in the horizon for, what is technically just a blip, closing the plant 5 days, it's not good, but it's not the end of the world. Do we then like the stock enough? That comes down to your analysis. I mean, it's been down at 32 during that crash recently. It's coming into 35, basically flat, which is where it bought off yesterday. If you like it enough, sure. The TA only says, yeah, it bought off there once. You are buying effectively a declining stock at this stage. So you've got to be prepared for wild swings. That's what you're getting into. It's very, very, very careful there. Krista M, $5. Can I get your thoughts on ENPH? Love your stream. Thanks. It's funny. ENPH we've covered twice today. This is the first time I've ever covered Enphase on the stream. Must have what's going on here? Is the FinTweet community going into it, or is this just because of the stuff that's happening with the US government on green energy? So look, I don't think this is a new story. Everyone in Wall Street and most people thought that the Biden administration would be going in on hard on green. So they've been purchasing it pretty heavily. You'll notice since the November election over here, it's really done pretty well. I mean, it's still up 50% at this stage from the October, November lows. And it's up way too much, in my opinion, over that period. Look, I've got these things on my roof for solar. I've actually put them up there. I had them quite a long time ago. Does this company do that well? It certainly could. Do I like it at this zone? Not really. I'd like it to get me a new high. And that's just because you're buying effectively a hyper stock. It's going to be very, very big movements around. If you like it, is it around the right level? Sure. It's around that level of support. And if you're prepared to average in, you're prepared to hold it for a long time. If it's an investment, then sure. But if it's a trade, you must be prepared for too much volatility down here. So really when it gets through this zone, being this 165, then you're breaking through the trend line. You're saying we're ready for the next move. And that's more of the trade zone if you like it. So you've got to think, are you trading it or are you going to hold it for years? And that's the suggestion or the concept of what you need to do. Now, of course, you got to make your own decisions. But yeah, look, it went down to the structural level. It bought twice. It bought over here at 140. 140 was purchased again. Notice the close was above the 140. It opened here, sold off and went above. And 148 is right around previous supports, acting as resistance. So there could be some selling pressure here. Probably wait for the close, see what happens. Thank you for the donation there. John Joseph, INTC, please. They make most of the EV chips. I think Tesla has a deal with Samsung for chips. I don't actually know. Neither do I actually, which chip they take. Does anyone know which one they look at? This is from John Joseph, INTC, Intel Corp. Let's have a look. Intel had some nice moves. I'm pretty impressed with the CEO kind of making the right choices. Hopefully they can get the technology above. But I will warn you this. For the first time in what I can remember, and I'm a bit of a nerd, I'll tell you a secret. In this weekend, I'm upgrading the computer and I didn't buy Intel. I didn't buy Intel, guys. I did not do it. I bought an AMD again. So that's the second AMD in just as many months. And the reason why I did it is because Intel are just behind. They're behind. There's no way that unless they move to new nanometer technology and actually get it through, it's going to be a big problem. Look, Intel's on a little bit of a trend line. That's really all you've got here in the pre from a support line area, from a support. I do like the movements. You'll notice since they've got the new CEO, I believe it is, things have improved. They've known for the gaps. They've gone back up. Are they cheap in comparison to many out there? Yes, they are. I mean, their size is now market capitalization 251 billion. If they were run well, they probably should be like 300 or 350 billion with the branding and everything that's going on with chips right now. But yeah, look, the silicon is here. I don't mind it as a stock, but they've got to get their technology up. And I believe, because this is not the first time they've been behind, back in the mid 2000s, early 2000s, they had the biggest abomination of CPUs I've ever had the misfortune of even looking at. And AMD were ahead then. AMD then lost it and Intel got back in control. Nvidia is also a real threat though, and there are other manufacturers coming through. 62 is the support from a trendline perspective, and there's a lot of noise through there. Expectations are around 68. Apple M2, baby. I've got one of them too, Gled. Yeah, I bought one of those recently as well. Like those, they're pretty fast for the little laptop. I got a little crappy laptop. I spend most of the super chats on computers. No, I don't. I joke. You got to invest it, guys. You got to invest it. INTC. Yep, that was about that one. Thank you very much there. Dr. Drew Humpy super chatted $4.20 BQX US dollar and IDEX. And may the force be with you. All right, thank you very much, Dr. Drew Humpy. We'll do that in a second. Adam Trade super chatted $4.99. Says, thanks for all you do. No worries, man. You're a realist, or the realist. I try to be. Look, I don't really want... The problem with hype is I'm all about the hype. I like hype, but when it comes at your cost, it's not ideal. Can you... Because I've been there before. I get hyped. You know, it used to be a thing. Can you check out ATNF up 60% today? Well, you know that's going to be hype. 84% short float and 101% borrow fee on Weeble. Okay, we'll check that out in 1 minute. Scott Barker sponsored. Thank you very much. Here, Scott Barker joining the Stog Squad. Appreciate it, Scott. Welcome to the community, and we hope you enjoy the amenities and, of course, all the emoticons, all the custom things that we offer here. Let me see if I can go through the question. Kent says, has Tom gone through BTC and Tesla already? I have several times. BTC I usually go through at the start of the stream, just for everyone that's interested in that kind of crypto. At the start of the stream, I get into the NASDAQ usually, the S&P, dollar index, crypto. Then we get dialed in on a bit of the super chats and we move and we keep moving through those ones. Samsung, but a lot of EV cars are using NVIDIA chips. Yeah, NVIDIA is a leader here. Donkin Dave says they are using NVIDIA chips. NVIDIA, I might just quickly look before we do the super chat. 502. I'll show you the scary weekly. Whoa, that's vertical. Look at it. Wow, what an investment back here. $20. I mean, it's not like we didn't know. Everyone in the gaming community knew what NVIDIA was back here. Then the Bitcoin rise. And then, of course, now we've got them here. A bit different company than they were. NVIDIA Shield's pretty cool. Of course, they've got the EV stuff, the graphics cards, everything else. It comes down to price and whether the price is fair. Market capitalization is actually bigger than... Is that bigger than Intel? Yeah, $310 billion. So very large market capitalization. They've got to keep getting it done with the AI and everything else that they're doing. All right, let's go back up here. Dr. Drew Humpy. Okay, BQX, US dollar, and IDEX. All right, let's check it out. BQX weekly. Bit of a pullback here. Okay. Starting to see something I might want to focus on. Can we draw it through? Tough one to draw through here. Maybe through the wicks. I think I'll have to go through the wicks. So yes, you're getting good formation. You can see it on the 8 hour here. 4 hour will also show you something similar. I've just drawn through the wicks because I guess what you're really looking for here is you want this not... It's been so bad for some time. So you don't really want to have your money in crypto sometimes locked away in something that's going to be sitting there for a while. Is it making formation? Yes. Could it move through this resistance and then start to explode? Sure. $7 you know is your target. There's no doubt. Like, look at 7. Just an absolute impenetrable wall. You'll want to have it just underneath 7 for a TP if that's the kind of action you're looking for. I'd be looking for it to come back up to 5, close above 5, something like that, and then into 7 for that one. I think it's pretty clear that it is finding a base here. Let's have a look at IDEX. Assume you're talking about IDEX versus the coin. I'm going to look at it versus US dollar. So it's on support. 4-hour 20 is held. We've looked at this one before, if I remember rightly. TA is actually not bad versus the US dollar. Because it's mostly traded versus Bitcoin, that's why it's all shaky everywhere. But it is, ooh, that was a nice level. Flat psychological area. 14. Yeah, your target here is 14. Things looking good. I mean, it's holding this zone. Be careful at 12. Aim for 14, then aim for 16. Every 2 cents seems to be a really good gravitation zone, and then it sits around for ages. So expect if you say breakout here and you get to 16, for this to occur based on here, here, and here. Good luck on both of these. Thank you for the donation. And yeah, it looks good. Adam Trades, this is ATNF. Let's do it for you now. So supposedly this has a huge amount of short interest on it. It's up 73% now since the time you did the super chat, $10. So it's hitting a resistance straight away. Let's go to the weekly. Huge amount of short float. This must be a puny company, and it is. So 31.53 million. So the reason why this can move so heavily in the pre is because of its size. Remember, if you're looking at these short interest squeezes, guys, and you're thinking, okay, I'm looking at getting into these squeeze stocks. I'm thinking about, going YOLO or whatever. When you do that, you've got to think about market capitalization. And in this case, it's so small in market capitalization, it's very easy to push. It's even smaller than costs. So huge amounts of short interest. $10 is a resistance point. I would have said from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20, just because that's the only thing you can do with these. They're traded by retail community traders. They always use the same thought process. We aim for 15, we aim for 20, we aim for 420, whatever it may be. Yeah, so tenor is the resistance. I expect it to be a problem for it today. It's not much you can do. If you're in it already, 10's resistance. If you're following it through, 15, then 20. Small market cap makes things possible, but enough people need to be interested in it. Let me see if it's in the rankings. It is. So it's all over stock tweets. It's all over stock tweets. Look. And because it's all over stock tweets, so is Cardano. That's why they're pump and dumping. When it's there, you know it's going to be pretty damn crazy. The quick check around the markets. US 100 finding some decent support buying here. Since we put down the gauntlet, we did not allow this thing as a community. We said no more. We couldn't stand what was happening in the morning. 12,700 was reached. We put down the barbed wire fence and we got it through. Let's see now if we can get back above 12.8. That's a pretty miraculous recovery there. So yeah, Adam, to answer the question, just look at the psychological numbers, man. It's not much. It's at tenor. What can we say? What can we say? Daniel Voss supporting the stream. Australian $7.99. Thank you so much, Daniel. I do appreciate that, man. And yeah, salute to you, bro. IDEX the stock, says Dr. Drew Humpy. I like that one. IDEX the stock. I thought you meant like I like the stock, but IDEX. Okay, IDEX here, the stock. This is a much better one. But that other one did have the same properties of a pretty interesting area. Remember, when you're doing a super chat, tell me what network it's on. Tell me what network it's on. Super important you do that. Here we have support, resistance, and we've got already pretty much a little bit of a lightning bolt. But once you get through 281, you start to go, okay, we get 3. This is only 15 minutes. Probably not enough. But yeah, interesting trade here just in the day trade. Let's go to 4. Support found. Crazy amounts of resistance there, I think. Let's go to the daily. Maybe it's the 3 that's the big problem. I think 3 is a big issue. Go 8 hour. It's really tough to say whether there's I think 3 is your issue regardless. And if you close above there, then you allow your 350 or 345 or whatever it is over there to be hit. But yeah, if you're catching down here, 3 is your resistance. Once it gets through 349, 348 becomes open. And then hopefully it can continue up. It's a very strange area though. Be careful. Jacob Croft says, I went heavy into blockchain, GLXY, Hive, and some online betting stocks like SCR, etc. And they all paid off. Still have so much to learn. Still don't do anything on Fridays. That's fair enough, Jacob. Sometimes Mondays are always bad, but you should come to the stream. Why not? Johnny says, I've got to decide FX Evolution or MotoGP. Well, there's not really a thing there, Johnny. You just got to go FX Evolution every time. But you can also have muted MotoGP in the corner. So you can mute it. I give you permission to put the mute there. AMD is in a bubble. It's only going down, says Moot Talk. All right, let's answer these questions here. So Daniel Voss, again, thank you for your donation. Jerry Wallach, US $4.99. Can you check out LDI? Not much data yet. LDI. Let's have a look how little we have. Assume it's Loan Depot. It will be because we don't have much data yet. Trading around $20. Go to the daily. Go to the weekly. Came in hot like a lot of these do. Actually doubled them almost immediately. Came back down. What was the actual IPO for this one? Did it come in at, was it 10 and then it just bought at 15 straight away? Look, you expect some type of consolidation now. What you want to do is start deciding, okay, where are my ranges? So probably somewhere like 24 is going to be like your resistance range. And then horizontal is going to be somewhere around here, about this 18. And what you want, you're in the middle of both those ranges now. So what you want to do is see how it interacts with this zone. And if you get this type of action, then you can look back to the highs. You know the resistance is more a bit earlier. So how does it interact with this zone? How does it interact with this zone? And you basically want to trade within the ranges. If you want to pick up for longer positions, then yeah, look at this. And again, buying hammers, engulf candles. That's the worst engulf candle I've ever drawn. But yeah, that type of thing, Jarek, that's what you're looking for. You've got to trap it between the daily bodies, I think, for now. So daily bodies on each side, 18 and 20. I don't even know why it's 2350 or 2360. Maybe even just go down to these wicks. No, we'll just go 2350. The top's harder, but the bottom is clearly around 18. Be careful there. Rip Nio says unlucky gamer 69. Yeah, it could be. G'day, Tom. I thought virtual reality would have taken off last year with COVID plus NVIDIA 30 series, if you could get them. High def Tasmanian. You just can't get them. I seem to have gone quite, it seems to have gone quite recently. What's your favorite VR play? I don't have one. I don't have one in that industry. My main kind of goals for the next decade aren't really in VR. Even though I'm a gamer I do definitely like games. I think for me, look, I have NVIDIA. I don't know if NVIDIA is going to go well off VR. Maybe it will. But the big thing, because the graphics cards, etc. The big thing for me is I want robotics. I'll show you what I want. I want robotics. I want healthcare. I want that pretty hard. Certain areas of healthcare. So health, robotics, both key to me. At this stage in the cycle, I still think materials are all right. And then you want, of course, your big tech companies, and specifically tech that benefits from consumer discretionary. I still believe that we're going into a highly consumeristic kind of decade where people are going to buy crap, really. And that crap is going to lead to, everyone's going to buy stuff and continue to buy stuff. So I'm taking tech stocks into that. I'm taking hyper growth stocks into, things that I believe are changing in the industry, and I'm getting out of companies that are not investing in themselves. So if a company has divvied the whole for like the last 10 years and they're not reinvesting in building their product out, and you've got up and comers, I believe they're going to start degrading their businesses. And especially millennials are going to help that happen by being more prepared to use other companies. Take Square, for example. I do believe that with their their banking license now, they have the ability to disrupt banks to a degree and at least get into that PayPal kind of market capitalization size if they do it right. So yeah, robotics, I believe the time is now. Remember, AI has actually been talked about for 7-8 years, and it ran several times over the years. In fact, 3D printing, if you look at that DDD stock, that ran several times as well. You've got to be in it at the right area and the right time. Now, VR is getting hype on it right now. Space will get hype on it sometime through this year. You watch, space will go hard. But it doesn't mean it's the right area for you to invest. The difference between investing at the right time and investing in the hype, you've got to be able to discern that. And that's thinking about things logically. PLTR. We haven't done that one today. Let's have a quick look here. PLTR 2258. Guys, we are getting close to the market open as well. We're only 24 minutes away. Quick check around. US 100 coming up fairly strong compared to where it was. 12,764, down 0.33% when we put the slam on that one. US 500 39.20. So that's holding while tech is actually improving, which means some other companies are going down. BTC struggling with the 53K zone. ADA still moving okay, but 121 now. Some of the hype pulling off that. And DOT 31.81 going towards that 32 bracket. PLTR, look, you're back in your area. It's a bit scary. I've got to read Tyrone's one of the funny. That's funny, bro. 2270 here for PLTR. Look, we're back in the structure. I hope it can hold. I think ARK hype is helping this one hold up. I really firmly believe if it wasn't for ARK purchasing like demigods, this would already have been a little bit lower, but they just keep buying the stock. You could say they like the stock a lot. Tyrone Abella, $5 Australian. He says, this is the $2. Well, is this a bit like inflation? Because you paid me $5. I owe you for losing Warcraft 3 that time 10 years ago. Sorry for the delay. That's true. You never paid me. We had the competition, and I won the competition. Slaughtered those. I think I don't know if you played humans. I can't remember. But I know I took the orcs in, and there was no way you were going to stop those orcs. That rush. I remember you said to me, you go, Tom, you can't rush me in 10 minutes. I said, it's all fair, man. I can rush. Rush is what's up. Take them off guard. It's not do nothing for 20 minutes. Thanks, Ty. But you gave me $5. You gave me a $5. Daniel Voss, dude, $4.49. Dogecoin, please, bro, with the smiley face. That's a killer. Do I want to even look at that thing? I'm not sure. Thanks for the donation. All right, we'll look at Doge. I like the actual real dogs, the Doge dogs. They're pretty cool. US dollar Tether versus the Doge. So usually this thing runs with the XRPs, doesn't it? That's been the historical thing that's happened here. Actually overshot 8 hours. Doge. This was a zone that I had on my chart, and I was pretty bullish on this concept here. If I actually like the coin, which I don't. Don't hate if I don't like the coin, but it is what it is. So yeah, I like this level. I guess you're getting back above that, which is good. You know where the resistance are at. I still think that 62 is probably not going to be met. If it does go ballistic again, it's going to dump off the 60. I don't think it gets higher than that without selling pressure coming back into it. Look for the close above here and something like this, man. So like maybe a 54 pullback and then movement up. Once you take out that, it becomes very likely that you move to the 0.060. Yeah, look, Doge is this candle here is a bullish candle. There's no doubt. You've got wick rejection. Suddenly you get a bullish movement straight into what should be a resistance zone, being support resistance before. You've now got a closure point through. Most likely it's going to occur when that should trigger buying pressure. But look, it's the Doge. If you're in it and you're wondering where it's going, things are looking more bullish than they were. And I would have preferred it held the 52, but what can you do? What can you do? Terry is happy. That must mean you're in this one. NASDAQ, yeah, we're doing NASDAQ plenty of times. NASDAQ, oh, actually, wait a second. Guys, we've done it. We have traded the pre-market like gods, and we're back. 12,780. None of this negativity on the NASDAQ for now. We're back. That was a pretty wild session. Let me have a look where Baidu's trading. That was crazy before. Where are we? GameStop up 11.64%. Now 205. Woo. Maybe that's moving the NASDAQ. AMC 4.66, 11.45. Right. Blockchain up 3.67. Tilray, etc. Let's go over here to the screener. Let's go to that screener. Let's go pre-market. So now Nike up quite hard. NASDAQ itself. JP Morgan 1.62. Goldman Sachs heavy. Snowflake still really low for Snowflake. Shows why you shouldn't get into the hype. Snowflake's a great example. Check it out on the chart. Walt Disney up 1% for the decline is even worse on Baidu. Even worse. 6%. Remember, this was 9% up pre-market before I started the stream. 9%. Now down 6%. It's not a small company. That is some wild swings happening on the Chinese stocks. And it shows you when stimulus gets taken away from stocks, what can occur, and also when you've got government intervention. So you've got to be very careful around those processes. Always think, what's my risk? What's my risk? What's my risk? Very important stuff to do. Let me just quickly load this up. I'm going to catch up here. Adam trades $4.99. KXIN merger news end of month and has been consolidating for some time. Any thoughts? I like consolidation. Nothing wrong with consolidation. Are we at 1,000 likes, guys? Are we ready to get this party started for today? Let me have a look here. Where are we? $7.91. Let's get it to 1,000. We can do it for Friday. $7.91. Get us to 1,000, guys. You know what time it is after that. We're going to play our intro. We're going to be ready because we've only got about 17 minutes until the market open for Friday for the big session. Let's load through this. We've got KXIN, supposedly some secret source coming through with some information coming soon. Let's have a look. Yes, that is consolidation on the small time frame. Let's go to the big one though. Okay, much less consolidation. KXIN, as we said, merger news end of this month. End of this month, so only a few days. 320. Ooh, it's a toughie. It's a toughie. 3 was at least a support previously and is now. Daily, you got big issues around this area. I'd probably actually almost go a line chart on this just to clean it up. See if there's a line. Oh, probably not. Closure here. Previous high. Let me go back to candle. Close, yeah, 358. I want to go above those wicks. So look, close above 358. It's going to be bullish. Then you can move towards the 450, maybe even $5 range. That will also give you the lightning bolt, trough, peak, higher trough, higher peak. We get through 4, then we can keep moving on. So yeah, look, KXIN, it's consolidating kind of. It's not finding what I would call like a great structural zone. But if you get that lightning bolt, then at least you know 450 and 5 are quite possible. Good luck on it, man. Appreciate it. Has he covered Nio already? I have quite a few times, Kaj. Yes, I have done it quite a few times. Bradley Back has sponsored. Thank you so much, Bradley. I'm not sure if I thanked you already, but welcome to the community, and I appreciate your support. And yeah, enjoy the emoticons and salute to you. You got that 5% bonus today. Bonus power towards everything that you're doing. Let's hope. Victor Mara, CZK50. Great work, Tom. I have been watching you daily since I found you about a month ago. Thank you, YouTube algorithm. Your thoughts on C3 AI, hot IPO, Microsoft relationship, time to get in. So this one we have covered before, C3 AI. I've seen a few people in the community like, Tom, do this one, do this one, do this one. Probably they got in a little bit early. Is it time to get in what has been a bit of a flunk? Jeez, it went high. What's the market cap? 6.75 billion. Jeez, that was high. 170, 180. Damn, dude. Somebody lost some money there. That is unfortunate. Okay, how do we find when the sinking ship of hell, for some people, because it is literally hell, has ended? It's not even. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. 2 hours. 20 moving average. Closed once above. Okay, so maybe we can possibly use something to do with this 20 exponential on the way down here. I want to see a lot more before I buy something like this. This thing is toxic from a perspective of how bad that trend's coming down. You want structure, man. You want this type of structure, at least, plus some bullish movement. I'd like it above 80. I'm happy to not get the cheapest price if we get the right things. And the right things are going to involve peak, trough, higher peak, lightning bolt action, ideally through 80, so that we can move the movement forward. Why is that? Because when you think about it, you're trying to get this thing back up in the 180s again. It might take some time, but you've got to prove that the market is ready to turn around. This is catching the falling knife, and you could have caught it all the way through here and got absolutely messed up. So it shows that you don't try to catch the falling knife, guys, because it can mess you up. And I feel bad for someone out there's probably got this one right now. I feel bad for you because that sucks. But hopefully this is the low and we get that lightning bolt. We get that structure around this zone. Keep looking at it, keep looking, and then come back, and hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully it'll work out. John Joseph, $5. BFT, I think you signed with I think they signed with PaySafe yesterday. Okay, let's have a look here. BFT. Foley. Wait, which one is it? Is it this one? Hope it's this one. 1.14% up. Okay. Cheyenne Cardo as well became a member of the community. Thank you so much, Cheyenne. Appreciate it coming through on Friday here for, I guess, what is going to be a pretty historic day. By the way, US 100 only down 0.24%. Just have a look here. Oh, you joined the Diamond Hands. So make sure you do integrate your YouTube and Discord. Follow the instructions there. Appreciate the support, brother. $15.99. John Joseph is asking about BFT. So there's a news here with PaySafe, but it's not moving that much. Clearly has a very strong trend on the top here. 4 hour. Going to 8 hour as well. That trend line's all I'm looking at for breakouts. Too strong. So much resistance. Very clear. Look for a close above that. Then you can start moving through. You got 18. You got 20. You got all these points in between. But 18, 20, I would be looking for movement up here. And you need a close through. Then it will retest it most likely from the top down, giving you an opportunity. And then you can take it into 18 or higher. That's a quality trend line, bro. That is a quality trend line. Very, very nice. Nice. All right, I think I've caught up here. BFT is a SPAC. Oh, that would be why it comes in at 10. You guys know I'm not too big a fan of the SPAC craze, but that's only because they're not really as many due diligences. You've got to do a lot of due diligence. You don't want to get into some of them that become hideous, hideous things. All right, let's dial in here. We are ready for the song. We are ready for everything else. Could you take a peek at Amazon, Brian says. Yeah, why not? I don't mind Amazon from the perspective of a company that interests me. BFT, trendline all day on that one. AMAZON, Amazon. Okay. 3047, up 0.05. So, what is this? Why is this crap continuing to stay on this chart? I don't know why that's there. Every day we load it and it just comes up. It's like a plague. All right, this is a very interesting area. So it proves again, time and time. We used a 4 hour and it's the same thing. Look at the daily. Same thing because of the time frame. Now, check this out. So basically 31.47. That's where we want to see Amazon get through. Once it gets through there, then we can move towards 33.33. Don't ask me why it's 33.33. I'm relatively bullish on Amazon. The good news for the bear busters and everybody that's going, okay, where is the major support, Tom? What are we getting through here? Is going to be the 2900. The 2900 is super crazy buy support, big wick rejection off that. You're back onto the trend line as well yesterday. Let's go down to a 2 hour. I don't even know if it's a trend line so much, but there is like this little low kind of thing. It found support. I'd hope to get a buy off this today in terms of it starts to find pressure. You're looking for a 31.50 close at the end of the day or at end of a significant time frame to then show you as a swing trader or a day trader or whatever. That's when people are going to be getting into it for the 3,300 zone. Good luck on that one. Let's dial in now, guys. I know what you want. I know where we're at. We're ready to get this hype music ready to rock. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. We are 8 minutes off Friday Open. It's going to be a great day, guys. I feel it for all of you, especially the members, the super chatters, maybe everybody, the apes. You guys proved me wrong yesterday. Cut me deep. Nah, it's okay. I'm happy for you. Good luck. Bringing some fire here this morning. Now we're ready for open the proper way. And just remember, if you're in the Discord community, post in the public memes area things that you want to see in that intro. Because I'm going to make a new thing of it. Each week, I will edit the back end of it using my Paint skills, Microsoft Paint skills. I will edit the back with your memes to chuck them in. Okay? So make sure you check those out because I know how to use Microsoft Paint. Now, for anyone that's old, like me, to a degree, I'm now old, I guess. Do you remember stickdeath.com? Oh, man, that website was wild back then. Harry, Chew, pump it up, Harry. Tesla. Harry, where are you, man? We need you. We need above the 640. I don't want to see no red action coming into the open here on Tesla. So what have we got going on with the GME crowd? 205.97. You are above 200 coming into the open. That is a strong move by the apes out there. 11.49 on the AMCs. We're looking towards the 12 being the resistance of the day. I thought GME would have a bit of struggle around 200. I still think it could, but who the hell knows? How to get in the Discord? We'll post the link now. Dave, if you're around, man, or Tyrone, can you just post the Discord link for people to spam it a few times? That'll get people in there and we can get it. Please make the intro for 1 minute. I need that hype. 1 minute. The song doesn't even go that long. You know, I chopped it out of another song. That's what we did. I just thought it made so much sense. Stick Death was killer, Tad says. You know, I was like 10 then. Probably I was too. That's where I learnt the Microsoft Paint skills. 38 more likes. Did we not even get to 1,000? Oh, why did I play? Stick Death was wild. Yeah, I remember that's where I found out about Disturbed or something, the band. All right, Let's get down and serious. We've got 5 minutes to go. BTC key levels 54,000 guys for BTC traders and 52. You're going to be stuck within that range. Until you break through that range, you can't get to the next levels. For the weekend, BTC is all about 57,000 if you get through 54. And underneath 52 is going to be starting to pressure 50,000. Remember, $6 billion or $7 billion worth of options expiration for BTC today could be wild. We've got a lot of action throughout all of the side pairs. DOT trying to get into that 32, XRP going up, ADA coming back down to the 116 after its initial hype train. Could still find support at 116, so be careful. I think Daniusm says, I think the NAS is more likely to go down than up. I'm going to go coin flip today. It's a straight coin flip. It's on support, but yeah, what do you do? What do you do? Like stonk, get 1,000. 1,000 likes equals greed day, says John. There you go. 300 plus GME with the diamond hands. We salute Tequila Boost with a picture of what looks like a Doge dog. I see you out there. Tom's likes of fibra tracing. No, Sid, they're only going up. We're not even near the top. We're not even near the top. We're only just getting started in these live streams. Don't worry about that. We're only just getting started. Look at that. Look at the community. Look at you guys. Amazing. Amazing how much the community is really growing here. I mean, you guys know we've got the best community on the YouTubes for trading here. We've got the best YouTube community. Ain't no one like us. All right, let's go back over here. Nike 2.22. Yes. Teladoc, thank God. 1.4%. Teladoc actually hit some phenomenal support yesterday. Let me load it up quickly. We've got 3 minutes to go. Why don't I get to talk about something? Why not? Look. 170 was hit. And yeah, and it bounced. Thank God it did bounce. But look at it. Look at it. Little support. Then that's what you call the knife. The knife was certainly there. And it instantly just had a little bit of a tasty bounce. Square also moved down, but actually just before 200, you can see the sentiment is pretty strong across Square. Got close to that 200, and Net actually just in the middle of nowhere. It makes no sense. Not very strong, not really weak. I mean, the strength off previous, I was pretty happy with that area. I thought it was really, really good. But yeah, 70 and 60, 65 are the two areas for these particular ones. We are 3 minutes off the open. NAS was much worse before. So if you're joining us today, things are still looking better. Key levels to watch on the NASDAQ. We're down on the small 1 minute time frame with Sid right now. Look, 12.8 is what you want for a close. I'd like to see a 12.9 plus, taking out yesterday's kind of any highs that happened during the Asian session. If we cannot hold those through those areas, look, we could be going down, and the reality is the NAS could go to 12,300 quite easily. For the Tesla traders out there, you just need green. You need green. Harry needs to give you power and get through the 640. If you don't know, Harry is the resident absolute 100% bull power Tesla. That is what's going on. We've got $2 donation coming in from Michael Davis, Australian $2. Thank you so much. Quid is moving to CoinFlip 2. QID. Let's have a quick look. QID. Ultra short QQQ. Okay. I see why. Well, yeah, I mean, you're just taking basically the opposite way. Look, when you look at this one, you think, oh, well, it's on support. I should be buying that. I mean, that's the TA. Look at it. It's done it for 2 days. What I would say, though, is these are both little long leg dojis on the 4 hour. So we know these are little indecision candles above and below. So therefore, if we get a decision up or we get a decision down, that's why it's so coin flippy. Even the damn price action saying it's a 50-50. Indecision 50-50 on the QID. Thanks, Michael. I like that one a lot. That's funny. Funny donation and funny position there. 12,780. So some people predicted, literally, I think this price, it looks like we're only 1 minute away here. Guys, oh God, I almost missed it. I'm here. Don't worry. There we are. Woo! I bought the bell back from America. There we go, guys. We are open. I was rambling. 1 minute to open, says Kevin. Don't worry. I got it, guys. I got it. 640.87. We just got the bell off. 12,785 in the open. What have we got going on here? Net. Whoa, okay. Better than expected. T-Doc opening up 1%. Square 0.39. Pretty weak. Net should be better, actually, with Bitcoin finding some movement. Net up 1.5% early. Tesla moving flat, basically at 0%. GME 196, so did find that instant sell pressure around 200, which we kind of did expect. AMC, though, strong. Now, 12 will be resistance. I find it hard to believe that if it gets up to 12, it will not be met by some type of selling pressure. Let's get in the 5 minute, because we're off to the races. This is basically horse announcing right now. GME still, though, 200 to watch. Let's check the broad market. Let's have a look here. What is going on with Baidu? Is it down like 1 billion%? Baidu down 4.24%. So it's really holding under that 200. I mean, that's nuts. That thing was up 9% pre-market action. Roku down 1.24. Lululemon Zscaler was up and now it's down. Twilio, Zoom, not too much red. Not too much red. Green, SEA. Clem will be happy. I think he likes that one. Spotify, 1 point, and Snowflake and all these other things. Look at them go. JP Morgan and the banks. So I'm going to load up the sectors in just a second and show you how they're all moving. ZOM moving absolutely mad. MKD, GME. Look at them go. They are chunking for Friday. There is chunks all over the place. 12,800. So resistance is now being met here by the NAS. Expect some person to probably try to sell. Let's see if Sid can get in there. No, they don't care. I'm not sure if that's even that strong. 12.8. Maybe. I mean, there's some explanation. I guess you could say that somebody might try to sell it. I don't know if I would. Yep, that resistance, AMC. Okay, everything's playing out pretty much the way we expect. Let's now move over. I'm just going to quickly load up what's going on here in the sectors. Let me load these sectors up for you guys. Good luck today, everybody. Good luck today. All right. Wonder if this... it just creates the image. Okay. This is the real rate. These are the line races that I'm bringing on the charts. So look at them go. There's energy up 1.89. Materials 1.2. Tech barely up. Utilities down. And financials up 0.9. So it's actually led by energy at this point during the day. Look at those lines go. I think it's lagging. I think it's like crashing or something. But yeah, that's where the movement is occurring. 12.8 continuing to be pressured here for the NAS. Very important level. I'm going to zoom that beast in. Look at it. So today, heavy resistance, 12.9 stocks. But one second, Johnny Knoxville. Whoa. Give claps in the room for Johnny Knoxville. $20. Man, Johnny, you know what's up. It's payday in the US and MotoGP season. So you're happy in two ways. Get a few pints, Tommy. I will be going out tomorrow night. So thank you very much. FXE to the moon. Appreciate it, Johnny Knoxville. Enjoy as well your MotoGP. I know you love it. And of course, maybe a Foster's or two because, it's the best Australian beer ever, of course. Darth Sidious US $2. GME in all four quadrants. So you're happy. Big shout out to Johnny Knoxville and all the other supporters. We've got to clap him up. Let's get them through. Great TA. Thanks, Tom. And have a good weekend, says Colin. No worries, man. So you guys know what time it is. We're 5 minutes in here. BTC continues to struggle around that 53,000 range. Remember, that is the important area over the weekend. ADA, you're looking at 116, so that's Cardano. DOT, strong structure formation. XRP looking towards... so DOT, 32, 34, guys. Write them down if you want to. These are just the key resistances to look at. XRP, 60, 65, and then 75, and then underneath $1 if it happens. And for the markets... Look, I'm not even sure what Tesla needs, just above 650. Like, God help you, 650 plus, come on. A little bit of shorting coming into AMC early. This GME situation, I believe, will move AMC. So if it closes above 200 and moves through, then we have the ability to continue up here. pressure coming on the NAS. Remember, it's just a 1 minute. Again, thanks, Johnny, and thanks, Sid. Appreciate it. Who's getting DDoSed? Am I getting DDoSed? I need some Cloudflare. Better get some of that technology. I don't think I'm getting DDoSed. Hopefully I haven't dropped out today. Has the stream dropped, guys? I don't think it has. Yeah, so there it all is. It's all happening in the session early. So I think that, yeah, 12.9, 12.9, 12.8, 13 for the NAS. I know it's every 100 points, but there's a reason why 12.9's in there now, and it's because during the futures session, look where it got to. Right on that 12.9 zone. But ideally, all you really need is just some damn hold on the NAS for the Friday session. That will show commitment of the buyers and really, hopefully, what could lead into a really great month for bulls. But if it's going to be brutal, it's going to be brutal probably from today. So continue watching throughout the session. AMC now flat. GME now flat pretty much. Sundial down. 3%. All right. Okay, guys. Well, that brings me to the end of the week. I just want to say thank you so much for the support, everyone, recently. It looks like we just dropped out as well. Yeah, we're dropping stream. I don't know why it's happening. It's YouTube. I swear it breaks when the market opens. So thanks so much, everybody. We had like 2,000 plus people in here. The community is awesome. Donations, the memberships, the support. If you are interested, just remember today is the last day of our 10-year anniversary special on our Technical Analysis Masterclass and the other course, which is a stock trading course. So definitely check it out. TA Masterclass is our premier thing. The link is in the link somewhere on the damn website. Check it out. I've got to say, it's been just amazing support though, and I'm hoping that you all make money today. I'll see you Monday live. I'll have a video coming out. Now, it's going to be Saturday my time, so I'll probably shoot it tomorrow morning because I'm going away on Sunday and I want to get a video out for you guys. And that will be covering whatever the hell goes on today because we don't know yet. But for the bulls, you hope that the NAS stays up here. It stays green, all good, baby. For the bears, you got to fight them out. And you got to get right back down. I'll go on green squad today. Green squad, not bear squad today. All right, see you guys. Thanks so much. Bye. Yeah, Terry, 10 years is how long we've been running the FX Evolution business for. We haven't been on YouTube, but that's where the 10 years comes from. Tyrone and myself have done it for 10 years as a business.